can be just as destructive as ignorance. And that brings me to a truth that needs to be said. Our education only holds meaning if we apply it with conscience, compassion, and responsibility. You see, the creative designer who used their imagination to build a weapon, a skilled engineer who used their precision to bring it to life, a well-dressed politician who vetoed every resolution that could have ended the killing, a respected editor who used their headlines to hide the reality of children under the rubble. You will find many of them hold degrees and even honorary doctorates. Education gave them the power, but it never gave them the most basic and the most important thing, which is the humanity we owe to one another. Right now, many of us are applying for jobs, exploring graduate schemes, and dreaming of working for companies with big names. But before you click the apply button, ask yourself, what are they doing in other countries, far from their polished headquarters? Who's paying the real cost for their profits? And whose voices are being silenced behind their success? I want to dedicate my degree to Hind Rajab, a 5-year-old Palestinian girl who was seen as too much of a threat to soldiers armed with tanks and armor. Before she was killed, Hind watched her entire family murdered before her eyes. And while calling for help, she was executed with 335 bullets alongside the paramedics that wanted to save her. Hind taught me more than any degree could ever do. She showed me the real cost behind our inaction and silence. To my fellow graduates, I know this isn't the usual ending to a graduation speech, but if I stood here and said nothing, it would have meant that I'm complicit. So whatever path you take from here, remember this: you will make a difference whether you mean it to or not. The brands you support with your money, the company you choose to work for, the platform you turn to for your news, all of it shapes the reality that we live in. Because the truth is, we don't have to drop the bomb to be part of the destruction. We just have to stay silent. So use your education, use your voice, and never accept normal when normal is built on injustice. Thank you.
It's about to go down. Michael Sean and the Takeover Legend Morning Show is back Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Michael Sean, that's me. Jay Black, Sexy Mo, C-Chum, and celebrity guests that you get nowhere else. That's right, but here on Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends. Go to our YouTube page, Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends, and check the exclusive situation all the way out. Or catch it live. Get your comments on Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends are back.
Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in.
We the worst records, baby. We about to create a perfectly horrible song. Y'all know I've been in the gym, and now all I wear is tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts. Yes, I do. Michael Sean wears tight shirts. I wear tight shirts cause I'm working out some. And if I wear the right size, you won't see none of my little cuts in my arms or whatever. Short sleeve tight shirts in any type of weather. People talking trans when they see me in the street.
Your shirt's so tight, we can see your heartbeat.
Man, clown me if you want, I'm sticking to my guns. And when the summer comes, it's gonna be fun. You can crack jokes and treat me like a jerk, but one day you'll see my six-pack right through my shirt. And even if I wanted to, I just can't stop. I just might rock an Ezekiel crop top.
Whoa.
Did I take it too far? What?
Yes.
Whatever.
Yes. Let me check this microphone. Make sure everything is good. Oh, what's going on there? All right, microphone seems to be good. I don't know if the camera's gonna be good, but all right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's a Tuesday. All those in the community, Dr. Aaron Smith is in the building. What's going on, Doc? How you been? How you doing? What's good?
Everything's good. Chilling.
Oh, somebody asked me to share the link. What's today's episode called? Let me share the link for Tawana Coleman. Yeah, I was looking on YouTube. This is how hands-on it is with this show. When y'all don't get it, y'all go directly, but I don't see it live on. All right, let me send her. Let me send her the link. All right. So what's going on? Talk to me. How was your weekend? How was the long weekend? You know, it's always a long weekend for us.
No, weekend's cool. I'm learning more about family court. I got a family court thing coming up, so I'm preparing to do that. You know,
Jesus, man. God,
but, you know, I'm gonna be pro se, so I gotta learn all the objections and everything. So I'm doing all that.
Oh, you're gonna do the objections?
I have to. I'm unemployed, 100,000 plus out on lawyers already. It's still owe the lawyer a couple of dollars.
Oh,
you know, so.
When is the actual hearing?
Well, the one coming up is actually for support. But I have to tell them that, you know, I'm not there for a general appearance. I'm there for a special appearance. Like, I don't agree to be here, but you have to go, or else it'll be a default judgment, all that kind of stuff. So, you know, they can do a lot in your absence. So you got to go there. But when you go, you have to know what to say, or else your presence could be, you know, complicit, and that could be giving them jurisdiction.
Oh God, man, this is so fucking. It never stops.
I saw an interesting video of a guy from 1943, which changed the way I thought about the welfare system, because people always talk about Ronald Reagan in the 80s and, you know, Claudine in the 60s with James Earl Jones, and how they were, you know, didn't let the man live in the house, and they would send the social workers to check if there was a man there. They called it no man in the home rule. But there was a guy online, and he said, I'll never forget, it was 1943. The white man came to my house, asked me as a child if my mom was home. Back then, the men wouldn't go in the house if the man of the house wasn't home. So his mom came out on the porch. Yeah. Long story short, the white man said to his mom, if you get him out the house, we'll give you $15 a month. And the guy said, I'll never forget it. It was 1943. And I was like, you know, I study this stuff. I didn't know that it had started that early. I thought, you know, 60s, 70s, 80s with Reagan and all. I thought all that was when they started, you know, trying to change. So basically, we were still marrying more than everybody else in the 70s, but it wasn't a result of no resistance. They were trying it since the 40s. They were just more successful in the late 70s and 80s when they changed more policies and I guess gave more money. But they've been trying to disrupt and destroy these black families in particular, you know, the whole time, like since separating families on a plantation. So that whole energy never stops. When I go to family court, I'm well aware that they're not trying to help me and my family to grow and be strong, and definitely not to procreate or to Bill and Melinda Gates, you know, who think the major problem in the world is black people having babies. But yeah, good morning. That's how the professor wakes up. You know, good morning, everybody.
All right, so I don't want to go too far deep into it. So has your child support payment changed? You can answer, don't want to answer. Has it been reduced?
No. I submitted for a modification because I learned that when you do go to court, if they agree to modify, they can only modify from the date that you applied to modify. So as soon as I lost the job, I went over there the next week. I said, I need a modification. I knew it would take long to get heard, because even now they hit me up for this hearing, and I said, hey, we got a modification hearing coming, you know, so we should just wait for that. They're like, no, we're gonna have the hearing. So that's fine. But whenever I finally get to my hearing, I'm gonna say a week after my job, you know, I went to apply for modification, so they can retroactively apply whatever they modify. But in the meantime, there's no wages to garnish. So I realized that too. That whole possession is 9/10 of the law. How would they say it? 8/10 of the law. Right. If you don't have it, you just don't have it. And now I realize why people are so grimy when it comes to court. Because it's like, if you can't prove it, if you can't find it, if I already spent it, you know, then charge me $100 a month. I see why people act that way, because there's nothing you could do. Like, they blood from a turnip, right? If you can't get it, you can't get it. So you can write anything you want. You can write Aaron Smith owes $100,000, and I can walk out the courtroom. Okay.
So has child support stopped since you did the modification, or does it continue?
No, that's what they're saying. They're saying the child support for the last 2 months, I just didn't pay it. The reason I didn't pay it is because I'm not working. There's no, income to come in to pay it.
Right.
So I have to go there and say that and hope they modify it. But even if they don't, then I have a whole hearing later for the modification. So either way, there's no money coming in like that. And the crazy part is, I saw somebody on the internet say the same thing. If I had my kids 100% of the time, I wouldn't ask anybody for help, even in my current situation.
Right.
I don't. This isn't a gender thing, but I just, this is baffling to me. If I was raising my kids right now, I wouldn't look to the government. I wouldn't look to my ex. I would just raise my kids. This whole, you got to give 45 to 60% of your check to help somebody. Well, then they're not fit. If you need 50% of somebody else's check to raise your kids, there's an issue there if you make a decent salary. I know some people need it. Not talking about them before you even comment. Not trying to go there today. Don't want to smoke. But what I'm saying is, if you make a decent salary and you still need 50% of somebody else's salary to raise your kids, you're a natural parent, but you're not a fit parent. What's the problem? The average people in America are making like 40,000. I know it sounds crazy to people on here because I hear a lot of successful people in the comments. The average, I think it might be less than that now. As a couple, it might be more. But the average individual, I think, is making between 40 and 45,000. Well, I'll look it up. You can look. Jake can look it up because he's not. He's probably looking. But seriously, the average income for the American, I would say, I'm gonna go with 45. So if you make 60, if you make 70, if you make 80, you don't need 40% of somebody else's check. So my appeal to the judge is going to be, well, give the kids to me then.
Yep, 40,000.
And I'm gonna make sure I say that. What is it?
40,000.
See, I say I was trying to be optimistic with the 45, but it began
39,982.
Yes. So if you make 60,000 to 70,000, 80,000, you don't need. But that's what I'm gonna say. If you think that's necessary, then give them to me. We could do half a year. I won't ask for any money from the government or from anybody. And I'll make sure that the other partner gets all their visitation. I will drop them off right on time like clockwork every day. So there'll be no alienation issues and there'll be no need for support. But the other way around, not even going to go there.
Well, just quick sidebar, and that's the embarrassing part in this country, that the average American is making $40,000 a year. And that's why
40,000.
This is what I'm trying to tell people, that the robbery that's going on in America is that the average American is being asked to live on $40,000 a year.
I was gonna say, what's the average rent? That's what I should have asked. Look down. What's the
household is
average rent
78 though. Household, so that's two people.
Yeah.
Average is 78,000. So you got
that's two people. That's two people.
Two people working.
Yeah, what's the average mortgage? What's the average
rent? And if
rent?
two people make $78,000, you're not living in a $300,000-$400,000 home.
Oh no. I mean, you might, but you're giving like 30% of your stuff to mortgage.
I just checked the rent out.
Average rent is about $2,100.
It's $2,100 a month
for average rent.
This is what I'm trying to tell you people.
I didn't know that. I didn't know.
People, the robbery that's going on with hourly wages, and not only the hourly wages, but no health insurance included in the hourly wages. This is the fucking robbery that's going on in this country. And when people say, oh my God, why would you pay somebody $30 an hour that works at a fast food restaurant? Because they're fucking they're serving you and you want them to live. And McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, and the rest of them can afford it.
Yeah, $2,100 a month. You got me with that one. That blew my mind. I did not know. I would have said like 1,600.
Dog,
1,800 times 12, so that's 25,000. So that's more than half your salary.
No.
That's what I'm saying. When Michael's saying I had the mortgage, yeah, you have a mortgage.
Better.
So you still need food.
55 and over, the 55 and over community that's out here, for those 55 and over, who a lot of them are in their 60s and their 70s. Do you know the rent from a 2-bedroom apartment starts at $2,500 a month? So when y'all try and make me feel bad for these corporations and these jobs, and y'all breaking people's back, and y'all start telling me what people need to do for their hourly wages and how they need to go above and beyond for these owners that sit there, you can kiss my ass. For a country that broke every union just about, for people who have no unions to fight for themselves, for people who have no unions to go in there and fight for sick days, for medical days, for leave. Man, you got to be kidding me. Trendsetter. But back to you, Doc. I'm sorry to hear that, and that is a stressful
Oh
situation.
no, it's good. I mean, I'm learning a lot. Just like, it's not never a bad thing. It's just how you perceive it. Like, it's definitely an opportunity to learn. It probably is part of my callings. I'm sure in the future I'm going to be working with a lot of people, especially men and fathers who are going through this kind of stuff, right? And the older I get, I'm going to be dealing with more young men who are probably making that kind of salary and still dealing with those kind of numbers in family court. And it's going to take somebody like me to be like, I'm not going to charge you and I'm going to help you. And, like, you're going to need that kind of stuff. So I'm sure it's going to just add to my testimony and my skill set. And it's only 3 or 4 years for me. My kids are teenagers. Like, let me not act like I knew a guy who I told you, I think I said before, the guy broke up with the girl when the baby was like 8 months. He did it for like 19 years. My kids are 13 and 15. I'm not going to get up here and be like, oh my God, it's crazy. It's really a countdown. It's 3 years for my daughter, 4.5 years for my son.
60 months. You got 60 months. Like a car.
Whatever they say. Whatever they say in the court, it's like, it ain't going to change my life, bro. It ain't going to kill me. Like, whatever. And now that I know that they can't find cash and they can't do this and this is the other thing. They can't force me to work, because that's going to be another issue, because, I got the annuity. The annuity's under $50,000, but the annuity is still above what the average American makes. So now that I have the annuity, I don't have to go to work according to the court. I have to have enough to provide. They can't. Now, if I was making no money and trying to say I don't have a job and make no money at all, like the whole year, they could probably say, you have the skills to get a job, you can get a job. But now I can say, no, I have the annuity. So I'm going to take this time to increase my value in the marketplace by writing books and getting a degree and maybe a real estate license.
Put Miss Clark's comment back up when she said, and yes, they're serving you. That's why I tip 18 to 20%, because I'm tipping on the service, but because I was served. Yes, you're tipping on the service, and understand the stress that these servers are going through that when they're working for you. This is why I don't put the power of demanding shit from them. I'm not coming at you, Jay. This is why I'm very friendly to these people, and I understand if they're having a bad day, because I get it. I deal with people every day in my face. I get it. If you didn't fill my goddamn soda up on time or my drink, I don't hold that against you to leverage it on your tip, because I get how hard it is to deal with people every single day. And while you're working, you're still trying to figure out, how the hell am I going to get my rent paid? I get it.
Now, $2,100 a month, everybody should be tipping. $2,100 a month, everybody should be tipping. Tip for that.
I don't know what happened to Jay.
I'm gonna start tipping. I'm gonna start tipping 21%, just because you told me that the average rent is $2,100. I'm going from now. Forget 10, forget 15, forget 20. Oh, above 20, 21 and up. Because, man, my gosh, just help them out. Help them out.
It's to help each other out. And the other thing, and I listen. This is why this damn system couldn't wait to get us in child support. They couldn't wait to get their grimy hands on our relationship. And I know we have personal responsibility for there are people who have decided on one side to be deadbeats, and there are people on the other side who have decided to use the system, to use child support as a form of income so they can live a better life for themselves. I get all that. But the bigger picture for me is they couldn't wait to get us in child support court. They can't wait to divide families. They can't wait to divide relationships. They use the entertainment business. They use the court system to make it so that it's damn near impossible. They try and make it impossible for two people to stay together and actually work through things and actually build a bond and say, listen, we're going to work together to build ourselves financially and build this family, spiritually. They have formed that there's so many obstacles. There's so much shit that has been, and it's ignorant shit that I see. And that's why I've sat out here on this show and said, I am fighting for heterosexual relationships. I don't want to make topics to make men fight women. I'm just trying to make people aware that this is a ploy to make us literally be at each other's throat all the time. All the time. Men don't do this. Women don't do that. You know who do these things? Human beings. Human beings ruin shit. Human beings are greedy. Human beings are lustful and deceitful. Human beings don't appreciate other human beings in relationships. It's not this gender does this and that gender does that. It's humans. We're flawed. So
It's like you said about not getting. It's like I said, even when you don't get along. So it's not even just about staying together. It's a step further. Like you said, in your situation, even if it doesn't work out, we could still work together. That's a whole nother check. It's like, it's not even about just the staying together. That's beautiful. Yes, they don't want to stay together. They don't want to have generational wealth. All that is 1,000% true. But on top of that, even if it doesn't work out, they want to get in the middle and make sure that there's not positive communication and constructive, so they can get more money out the deal. But to me, it's like, no matter how much I don't like somebody, I still peep game. If I see that you're manipulating both of us, then I don't even care how much I'm against this person. I'm not going to let you come in and do nothing. I never understood that. That's just like,
no, it's the relationship of and listen, call me corny, and I haven't been in a situation where I've been dragged through child support, and I've said it every day that I thank God that I haven't been. My point is, listen, you had kids with me. We had kids together. I don't want to see you struggle. You're the mother of my daughters. I don't want, if you struggle and my daughters see their mom struggling and they live with them, or even if they don't live with them,
it hurts them.
I don't want to see, I don't want you to go through that. I want to be able to be like, listen, what can we do? How can I help to the best of my ability? But that's the corny thing. That's what people, people look at them. Oh, fuck her. She got to do it, or fuck him. It's always the shots that get taken, and they love it. They love families being separated. They love two people being at war. They love two lawyers getting paid off of this. They love lawyers getting paid. They love the system getting paid. They love court fees. They love the whole thing.
Well, that's why they're gonna be mad when they see me, because they're gonna be looking like, hey, where's the guy getting the money? And I'm gonna be like, plus sometimes when you go to family court, they'll sit you in the other room in a Zoom call. Lawyers will talk to the judges first. Now they can't do any of that. Now they have to have me in the room. So the whole conversation is going to be totally different. It's not going to be like, how was the golfing trip? Are we going to do lunch? How are we going to get this thing done? Whatever. How much money did you have? It's none of that now. Now they have to like really do court. So they're going to be like, they're not going to want to see me objecting and not agreeing and special appearancing. But after that, I'm going to move forward. I don't know if you've seen the guy, Child Support is Fraud, with the Supreme Court challenges and all that kind of stuff that he does. He's been on a Breakfast Club and everything like that. But now I have time, because most people either have money or time and not both. So now, when the annuity does come, I have time, and I'll be down there getting my proof of service, copy their guidelines, and I'll be requesting all kind of things to be thrown out and everything else. Because I know one thing about corporate and administrative entities. When you make them work, they seek to get rid of you. Whether you're on a job and they get a paper trail for HR and give you a bad review 3 weeks after they gave you a perfect review, I know how administration thinks. When you start to make work for them, and they can't just keep getting the money hand over fist because they got to keep dealing with you, with your objections and your knowledge of the system, they figure out how to either settle with you, get you away, wrap up your case, because the vast majority of people are not challenging. They're sheep in it. So once you say, I'm not a sheep and I'm going to cause problems, they either have to kill you, destroy you, fire you, or end your case. And I know for a fact, if I come back 4 or 5 times, they're either going to really lessen it or get rid of it altogether, because I know what it is to become a problem. Belligerent litigant, they call it. Belligerent litigant.
We're going to make a hard left. People.
All right, put me in the room real quick, and I'm going to go early to the upgrade. So by the time you, I'll be listening.
Go ahead. I hopefully Jay Black will be back soon. People, let's make a hard left. A little birdie just hit me on my cell phone. A little birdie just hit me on my cell phone. Little birdie just hit me with a tweet. Tweet. Well, a text. Text. And ladies and gentlemen, I thank the person who texted me, because today's a special day for somebody. Today is an absolutely special day. An absolutely special. And why is it a special day? Why? Because today is Asha Boo's birthday. A little birdie hit me on the text and said it's somebody's birthday in this bed. Is it true? Even if it ain't true, I like celebrating you, boo. A little birdie said, it is Asha Boo's birthday today. Asha Boo, is that true? Boo Boo, is that true that today is your birthday, Boo Boo? Is it your birthday, girl? Asha Boo, is it your birthday? Is it your celebration of God blessing this planet with your presence? Let me know, Asha Boo. Is it really your birthday? Is this a false alarm or is this absolutely on point? I like giving you this attention even if I find out the information was wrong, even though this is a reliable source. Talk to me, boo. Is it your birthday, Asha Boo? Is it your celebration? Celebration? Is it your celebration, Asha Boo? And if it is, you know we will layer you up with nothing but happy birthday shout-outs and happy birthdays and all that. I don't know. I'm thinking, listen, I trust this person. I trust this person. Let me go to these comments. Let me see. Is it really Asha Boo's birthday? Because you know, I just jumped out the window. I just jumped. Oh, wait a second. Looks like the comments. Wait a second. Look, good morning, Ashley Newman. What up, Mama? Nikki White Chocolate said, happy birthday, Asha. May God continue to bless you with many more. Oh, wait a second. We might have to send you the link. Good morning there. Good morning, Ash. What's going on? Good morning. Oh, Miss Clark is verified. She said, there's a lot of co-signers. Oh, wait a second. A lot of oh, wait a second. What up, Miss Clark? You know you were my reliable source. Trendy, old enough. Oh, you was going to try and sneak by me? You was going to try and sneak by me? That's what you was going to do? Happy birthday, Mom. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Let me get all these good mornings in here. Miss Clark, Diana Williams. Where's Shelly at? What up, Diana? Where's Shelly? Where's Shelly? Shelly, did I miss your comments, Shelly? I don't know. J Black got on here and left abruptly. I hope everything's all right. Ashley Newman giving everybody them shout outs. Thank you. Oh, K-Day's on here. What up, K-Day? I didn't even see you. K-Day's on here. What up, K-Day? J Black had control of the comments. Normally, once he takes control, I never get back. Let me see. K-Day said, Miss Clark, I'll be honest, I wasn't doing that often. If I'm already paying 20%, then that's the bill. Okay. All right. K-Day said, fuck it. I don't care about the struggle. No, I'm playing. No, Keen, it isn't taxed. All right. Let me see what else I missed up here. I don't know what happened to Jay. Oh, morning, Katie. Auntie outside. Stacey Mitchell is Asha Boo's birthday. What up, Mama? Morning, my birthday. Oh, your birthday's the month. That's what I'm talking about, Stacey. Let it be known. BC, Africa, what's good? I miss y'all and the show. It has been an easy 2 weeks. It has not been an easy 2 weeks. Well, I hope you're good, homie. I hope you're good. Blessings go out to you. I was in Miami last week and every restaurant already tacked on 18 to 25% gratitude to the bill. I've been asking whoever waits on me, whoever's waits on me, my server. I've been asking, do you want me to put it in? But they are adding the gratuity. They are adding that in a lot of restaurants. I'm assuming they get, I don't know how they piece that together through all the servers, then get a piece of that. I don't know. Damn shame. Let's see what we got up here. Afro Queen, what up, Mama? The system is not built just to help the children, sadly. Then fees are the moneymaker for the state. Yeah, we actually did a show a while back about that. Good morning, BC. Happy birthday, Asha Boo. And Miss Clark gets the countdown. I'm going backwards now. Sorry, y'all. Because I don't know which one J Black. 2,900. Okay, 2,900. Damn. I just saw your soul slap. Birthday shenanigans have begun. Nikki, I just saw your soul slap. Is Nikki, are you celebrating a birthday too? Wait a minute. I'm in Northeast Philly and my rent is $2,900 for a 3-bedroom row home. Shoo. Goodness gracious. I get it. I'm happy I bought my house 20 years ago. No, JB, it's not paid off. I did sell a second home. I had. Oh, well, good for you. Good for you, girl. I hope you made some profit off that joint. The 55 plus community out here is income based. Well, I don't know what the 55 plus community out here is because I know people who live there. And when I saw it, I said, well, damn, I'm gonna need a second job. Yes, they're serving you. That's why I tip. Okay, I think we caught up on everybody. I think we caught up. Hopefully Jay Black can get back in here. Dr. Clark can get back in here. All right. My weekend was fine. I was sick all weekend. I'm feeling a little bit better now. Ain't nothing like. Let me tell you something. I have a family. My family's dope. Mom is dope. Dad is dope. Kids is dope. Sister dope. But let me tell you when being single hits you. Let me tell you when being single hits you. When your ass is sick. When your ass is sick. I know this is selfish. I know what I'm about to say is that when you are sick, listen, I'm the firstborn only son in a Puerto Rican family. So I am royalty. So mom got me. But you realize when you single, when you sick, you still single. So get your ass up and get your own soup. You got to go get some meds, get in the car, take your ass to the Walgreens, CVS, or if you got a Rite Aid is still around, you got to go there and get that yourself. Ain't no, hey, can you give, no. You single. You single when you healthy and you running and you like, I ain't got to answer to nobody. I ain't good. I do what I want to do whenever I want to do it. When you healthy and it's good to you, like, shit, I'm just going to chill. I'm feeling good. I'm healthy. I'm gonna go take a walk and run. I'm going to the gym. I'm going to do what I got. Man, I'm going to wash the car. I'm going to go do this comedy show. Oh, single is good. But when you sick, when you are under the weather, oh, single suck. Oh, single suck. Y'all can keep it 100 in these comments. You know, anybody single, you know, oh, single suck. Oh, you miss that person just sticking their head and be like, you all right? You need something? That's all you want. You all right? You need something? Yep. Transparency. Yeah, this might be a selfish moment. It might be simply because you got selfish needs. You just want somebody to poke their head. You need something? You thirsty? You want some soup? I bought you the meds. It's time for you to take your meds again. Oh, that single shit sucked then when you are sick. When you are under the weather, that's when you like, yo, I am by myself. No, nobody front. When you single and you in that bed and everything is a mission and you got the blankets over your head, that's what this is symbolism. The blankets are over your head and you got the chills. And you're like, oh boy, I sure could use some. And you know, when you say to yourself, I sure could use some, that means your ass got to get up and get whatever it is that you sure could use. I sure could. Oh. And you feel the little beads of sweat coming down. You're like, oh boy. All of a sudden, you find no comfort in Instagram and TikTok. You skimming through Netflix and you just like, boy, I wish somebody would bring me some juice. But I'm single, which means I gotta walk down these steps and get this juice. Damn it! Ooh, I don't feel like going to CVS and staying in that line to get these meds or staying in the drive-through line. And you sitting there and you sick as hell. Other people are picking up stuff for sick people, but you ain't got nobody to pick up stuff for you because you single. Oh, single. Oh my goodness gracious, single sucks when you are sick. When you are sick, single sucks. Jay Black is back in the building. What's going on, Jay? You good?
I don't know what's going on. They had a little power surge in the crib. The internet's out. Trying to figure out the internet why it's out. So this on my cell phone. So I ain't got no control of the comments.
We had our power went out last night. Our power went out like from midnight to like 3 o'clock in the morning. I hope the power.
Oh, you gotta call it. They gotta give you credit. They owe you credit. Yeah,
that's what that was the big argument I got into years ago, and now they're giving people credit back for that. We can see you, but the top of your head is cut off. So if you can maneuver your phone, just maneuver your phone a little bit. But I was telling people that single ain't cool when you're sick. I was sick all weekend. That's the single stuff.
Toughen up. Oh, Mike's sick. Oh, you need somebody to.
I said that's when you miss somebody.
Why you ain't call your baby mom? Why ain't call your co-parent? Why ain't call your ex?
She actually did call me to see how I'm doing. She said, "You all right?" She said, "I heard you were sick." I was like, "Yeah, I'm sick," but I wasn't gonna press her. I'm sure if I would have been like, "Yo, can you get me?" But I was like, "Oh no, I'm cool." But
because you wanted her to want to be able to help, she should have offered. Knowing y'all history,
No, I really didn't. I wanted somebody to poke their head in my door and go, "You need something?" That's all I wanted.
I can get you some toast with jelly or something. What you need?
That's all I needed. That's all. And it's Ashabu's birthday. If you don't know, it's
Asha, Virgo season. Yes, Asha's today, and I think Stacey Mitchell's tomorrow. Yes, Virgos, we up.
Mitchell is tomorrow.
We up. Okay, I think Asha like 55. I have to put an age out there.
Well, you just did. How you say not to put your age out there, but you did. Let me get some of these comments. Stacey, you and my son are tomorrow. Oh wow, Stacey, and okay, Stacey Mitchell, we're gonna make a big deal. Go Ashabu, it's your birthday. Trendsetter unemployment. Okay, I don't know what that Afro Queen. They don't even pay the minimum wage. It's a shame. They are still allowed to do this. Yes, it's a shame. I don't know how restaurants get away with it. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how that's legal. I don't know how that become the norm, I should say. Yes, it's my birthday. Yes, Ashabu, it's your birthday. Even Kay, they say happy birthday. Go ahead. Happy birthday. Happy Earth Day, Queen Ashabu. May you witness many more to come in good health, of condition and wealth, happiness, peace, progress, and prosperity.
From the motherlands.
From the motherland. All right.
Africa is up. Okay, BC.
Let's see who else we got. And then we'll start rocking out. Ashabu, you want to put a Cash App up or something? It's up to you. Let me know. You want us to put your Cash App up? Let me know.
What up, Craig?
Shelly, hey, I was looking for you, Shelly. I was looking for you. Where you at, Shelly? Would you joined late? You had a late night last night, Shelly? Something you want to tell me, Shelly?
No, Shelly single. She ain't got nothing.
Shelly, I'm single. It suck when you sick, Shelly. You know how it is when you sick. All you want somebody is to bring you something. You don't give a fuck what it is. Just bring me something that I didn't ask for. Something. Asha older than Jay Black. Enjoy your day. Cause what were you gonna say, Jay?
No, I was talking about Shelly. She may got some friends she can call over though when you single. Most people when you single, you got a little friend still that you can call. You got at least one person.
It's not the same. It's not the same having to call somebody. If then you need somebody to wake up to who know you sick. You ain't gotta say nothing. They know. They can tell they live something. Put them bags in your eyes. What's going on? You need somebody.
Yeah, lady. Yeah, she give me that emergency. Lady, you wake up, drink this. It'd be a thing of emergency. What is
exactly.
This? Oh, okay.
That's exactly what you need. Asha says you didn't read the comments from the top. I posted it earlier in the chat. My birthday is fully loaded and it's here. 9.9. Happy birthday to me. And I'm so grateful to see another year of love. Yeah.
That is the blessing.
We're gonna do more church, or you going out? What you doing? You got some plans? You gonna visit the Lord? I'm not saying that's bad. You sick too?
I'm smoking hookahs. What are you doing?
You going out? What are we doing? The 55 community is good and usually income based.
See?
It ain't income based down the street from here. I saw that. They sent me the advertisement. I said, what? How is this working? Yeah, Mike. Single. You're on your own when you sick, when you single. That's one part that sucks. It's great when you can just do what you want to do and you ain't gotta run past nobody or run things past nobody. Royalty in PR, Black or Italian families. We were talking about that yesterday. Yeah, royalty, the firstborn, the first son in the Puerto Rican family. Listen, I'm not saying it's right. I'm just shit. Bad Bunny think he popping. I've been Bad Bunny since the day I was born. No lies detected. Mike, I sent you some emoji tissues and soup yesterday.
Yeah, she got you the virtual.
Oh, well, thank you, Asha. Well, see, Asha, you have no. I can't see the negatives in marrying you. I don't see any negatives. I'm looking. Jay Black is on the case. He's trying to figure something out.
Because she won't be submissive. There's the negative right there. She's gonna want to still try to control things and tell you what to do because she make more money or she make equal money and you ain't gonna tell me, man, please. You're gonna be, yeah, there you go. There
Jay
you
said
go.
you control him. Asha, Jay said you control him. He trying to put the dirt, he putting dirt on your name. Let me see. Skipped over. You are highly welcome, Asha. Not me. Thank God for my daughter. Yeah, I got people. Trust me, I got people. Like I said, I'm the firstborn. Jay is locked and loaded today, firing shots early in the morning. Oh man, DJ Super says, oh, these things are acting weird today. Why is it acting weird? Mike ain't, see, Super know what it is. Super single. He know what it is. It's up.
Is it by choice? Some people it's by choice. Some people just can't catch a break. Some people is the problem. You're the reason you're single. It's Super the reason that he's single. Like if Mike the reason that you're single, that's your fault.
I'm not just. You can't just jump into stuff. I learned my lesson. You can't just jump into stuff. I had to learn the hard way multiple times. Morning, Super. All right, so you got that. Is Doc? Oh, Doc is ready. My bad, Doc. All right, I think Doc is ready. I'm sorry, Doc. Doc be upgrading fast as hell. Doc be.
I typed in the thing. I'm back. I was about to get on YouTube. I'm about to be on YouTube. Be like, I'm single in the green room.
Duh.
I'm single.
Yo, Doc upgrade faster than a video vixen who just got divorced from a guy making minimum wage and found an NBA player. Like that was fast.
Then Drea walking across the court after the game.
Drea walking across the court.
Who next?
All right. I had a funny question. Then I got the bullshit that we can get into, but then we got a Cam Newton clip, and Cam Newton just proved my point in this clip. These are the things that I'm trying to get men to stop believing the bullshit that we have believed forever, that we continue to promote. Cam Newton just, when he said this statement, I cringed. I said, Cam, this woman is about to let you have it. But this is a statement that many a man has said before in the privacy of his homies. Let me make sure I got this, because I did put Cam on here. Let me see. Yeah, here it is. Here. Cam was talking to somebody. I don't know if she's a PhD. I don't know if she's just pretty. I don't know if she's a doctor. He came out. He just said, "F it, I'm going. I'm gonna say what we say." And I said, "All right."
What up, Tosh?
But we don't really want to be with that.
I think that's filthy. Why would you sleep in?
Let me take it to the beginning.
With that. Mm-hmm. But we don't really want to be with that.
Let me
sleep with that. Mm-hmm. But we don't really want to be with that.
I think that's filthy. Why would you sleep in that? And if you're judging it, you're like, ew, I don't want to be with her, but I want to put my dick in it. What are you doing? Like, have more respect for yourself. Like, what if you wouldn't want to be with her? You shouldn't want to put your pee-pee in her.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like where you at.
Okay.
Not at all. I don't.
Not at all. What? Huh?
It's not. No, like what's she talking about? The fact that is why man, Kevin Samuels, where you at, man? You
gotta dead.
When a woman says I don't think so, it's like, yeah, you're a woman. Like you're already on the wrong path saying I don't, and then you gave your logic about it. Try to figure out where other people are coming from. That's like me saying I would get my nails done, get my hair done. I wouldn't want to do it. Yeah, I'm not what. Why would I even go that lane of rationale? Like. yes, I would want to be with the person temporarily. I wouldn't want to be with them seriously or long term. Any guy's like, yeah, you can really telepathy. We could be in a club and I can look at you and you know tonight, not long term. And I'll be like, oh, my bad. I thought you was, no, we all like you talk about something that every man understands completely from the age of like 12. And now you're trying to get all deep with your L's up. It's like, no, it's not because he wasn't saying ill, she's repulsive physically. He wasn't saying ill to put my pee-pee in her. He was saying ill relationship. She moved it to sex. And she said, if you're like,
no, that's what he was talking about. He said, I will have sex with her, but
yes,
I don't want to be with her.
She's appealing physically, but she's not appealing in terms of relationship. She conflated the two and said, if you're like ill, no, he's like ill relationship. He's not ill physical. Physical, he's turned on. So she's already, it's a flawed foundation. She's analyzing it in terms of being repulsed physically. If you're like ill, why would you put a peep in her? He's not like ill physically. That was not, her line of logic was not accurate.
I think you're missing something. He's saying he will have sex with her.
Yes,
but
yes.
The flawed logic is if you don't want to be with her, then you shouldn't have sex with her because the chance that you could get her pregnant.
No, but that's not what she was saying. She was ill.
No, it is ill. Why would you have sex with somebody that you know you wouldn't want to be with?
Because
it is ill.
Attracted to them, but you're not attracted to them in terms of a relationship or long-term commitment.
That's what I'm saying. The immaturity is what we were taught is that's okay. If I don't see you as a person that I would want to spend any time with, why would I then take part in something that intimate with you? But men aren't trained like that. We're trained that it's going to feel good and we're going to keep it moving because you're not wifey material.
That's a good argument. Her argument was flawed because she was conflating two things that had nothing to do with each other.
Well, then I should have played the whole thing because Cam was like, yeah, I like what you're saying. You're right.
Because Cam wears bow ties with jerseys and he don't know how to deconstruct arguments.
No, but
she made an overall critique of some behavior we shouldn't engage in.
He made a critique. He critiqued himself. Let's play it again.
But we don't really want to be with that.
I think that's filthy. Why would you sleep in that? And if you're judging it, you're like, I don't want to be with her, but I want to put my dick in it. Yes, what are you doing? Like have more.
He judged
it with that, but we don't really want to be with that.
I think that's filthy. Why would you sleep in that? And if you're judging it, you're like, I don't want to be with her, but
I don't understand why we don't want to mature.
But there's two different issues. And that's what would happen. What would happen is a guy like me would say her argument's flawed. And you know what they would say? You're not mature. You're caping for the men. And you think that's the problem.
Okay, I'm going to the men. This is the problem with our mentality. We will have sex with women we really just like physically and don't want to be with.
And that's what he said. Yeah. Cam started where you're finishing. Cam started there. We'll sleep with that. We don't want to be with that. That's understood. Okay. That's 1,000%. We all get
wait. We're not going to understand that. We're going to deconstruct that. Because that's the problem.
Why we do it, though? You saying why we do it?
Yeah, because that's the problem of what we've been trained like since we were 13 years old. That's not the training.
I heard a woman use a styrofoam cup as an example. She said, girls got to be careful because a lot of men, especially young men, she's talking to young women. She said, they view you like this styrofoam cup. It's useful, but it's disposable. She said, so they'll use you because they don't have the maturity to be in a committed relationship at this time, or they're not willing to. She said, you got to make sure that you value yourself and you don't see yourself as a styrofoam cup. Because what they're going to do with that styrofoam cup is they're going to use it and enjoy it. Right? It has a purpose and it serves its purpose, but they're going to dispose of you after. So I understand that styrofoam cup analogy, but some people still use styrofoam cups. Yeah, you're right.
And that's what.
And it's destroying the planet, right? I got that too, but they're going to keep using styrofoam.
And this is the thing. The mentality has
to be like, if you're like ill to styrofoam, why would you use a styrofoam cup? Because it's useful in the moment and I needed a temporary cup and I'm gonna throw it out. Like, come on, like let's not do both. Like if it destroys the planet, why would you put it in your mouth? It's like I'm drinking the juice.
But do you see the consequences of that? Well, I'm going to use a styrofoam cup because in the moment. Do you see the destruction that is had?
Yes, but don't feign ignorance of why it happens, because that's not how you solve problems. You solve problems by identifying the motivation and then saying the consequence and showing people that they should have a long-term perspective on the situation and their actions. Don't say, if it's so nasty for the earth, why would you put it in your mouth and use it for juice? Why would you even use styrofoam if it's chemical? Like, yo, you wasting your time, bro. I do it with microplastics. You know, the microplastics get in your body. You shouldn't use plastic bottles. You'd be like, all right, bro. I'm not carrying glass around.
But this is the thing. This is the mentality that's never going to change if we keep. Dog, this is what I was brainwashed with. This is why This is why I ruined women. This is why I ruined. And when we say, we're like, hey, you don't understand, like, yeah, you're
because their arguments be so stupid. Like, don't come with a stupid argument. That's like me saying,
but that's not a stupid argument.
You just said $2,100 a month. That's like the whole Calvin from McDonald's. Y'all brothers need to get off this corner, and y'all don't tell me nothing stupid to get me to stop making $1,000 a day. I know I'm doing wrong while I'm doing it. So we're both on the same page. This is terrible. But if you come talk about you need to get a good job like Calvin down the corner of McDonald's, like now you're just stupid. Now I'm not listening to you. So
I don't understand.
It's the styrofoam tastes bad. It's the ill putting in there. All those are dumb fallacies of terms of logic. Those are flawed logic. You're not going to get anybody with that. But you're right. But that argument's not going to get it. A girl saying, well, I don't think that way. Like,
but that argument is the same argument we try and put in our daughters to respect themselves.
No, the respect yourself is the whole point. But
she's saying, but let me just play.
I think that's filthy. Why would you sleep in that? And if you're judging it, you're like, I don't want to be with her, but I want to put my dick in it.
I don't understand how that's not common sense.
How can you? Contradiction she's trying to put is not a contradiction, man. It's a problem. It's a flaw.
It is a contradiction.
No, because you can want somebody temporarily, but not for relationships. Every guy in the world looks at women and says, I can see myself with her on one level, but not on a committed level. That's just the way people act.
But that is, first of all, that's not life. That is your judgment that you've excused by saying, I could want you right now and just not want to be with you.
Oh, this is one of the arguments with Mike where you say, I'm wrong. I partake in it.
But your decision making, you're judging the person, but not judging yourself. No, you're saying I don't want to be with you, but I want to do you because I don't think you're the person I want to be with.
It goes both ways.
But you're the slut that wants, because you can't control.
No, that's something totally different. That's a different argument.
But you can't control. You have no control sexually, and your selfishness is I just want to bust off in you, and then I want to say, but I don't want to be with you. But
that's something different. You're saying different arguments of what she's saying. She's saying, how can you be lustful and want them and desire them if you don't desire them long term? The answer is easy, temporarily. Totally separate. That's one specific aspect of her argument, which makes her argument flawed. What you're saying, I agree with everything you're saying. I don't agree with what she's saying because she's trying to conflate this whole, if you don't like them long term, then you can't like them. Because if you don't like them long term, then how can you say I like you but ill? You know how? It's called the morning after. It's called after nut clarity. Like, what do you, come on, man? Like that, what she's saying is not appropriate. What you're saying, I agree with.
Yeah. But what I understand what she's saying. Our stupidity and our ignorance, we want to say, that's a stupid argument. You know why.
There's no contradiction. There's lust. There's problematic behavior. There's not a contradiction. I want this temporarily. I want this long term. It happens with cars, with rentals, with houses, with life.
Yes.
Some things are temporary, some things long term. They're not a contradiction. It's not like, if you don't like the Airbnb for life, how can you say I want to be here for the weekend? Like, nigga, no. That's dumb.
Everything you just said before that, you want to correct.
What do you mean?
Everything that you said before that, you're like,
yes, people say you shouldn't rent, you should own.
Yes.
But guess what? Sometimes the situation calls for it. In order to get to other place, you gotta do something. Like, life, real life.
And all the other temporary things that we say, we're like, you gotta stop doing
that. And
those
people would like to have mortgages too. When I was renting, I wish I had a mortgage. So you're right. There is a better way. We all know the better ways, and we're trying to get to the better ways. But let's not act like the temporary way is some major contradiction to the long term. It's not reality.
She said that's a nasty thing. She basically just judged the action that is judgeable. If we're going to judge the person,
she can't solve the problem if she can't even understand why somebody wants to sleep with somebody one night. You can't even understand what I said.
But she knows it's an orgasm. That's all we're chasing. Everybody knows that.
Like, how can you be like, ill, I don't want to be with you, but I want to be with you? Like, if that confounds you, if that confuses you, if that's a contradiction to you, you're not the person to help us.
I'm not. But my thing, it doesn't confound anybody. Everybody knows
her.
Why.
She was like that. No. She was like, if you're like this, but I want to pick her. It's not.
No, her point is, how are you judging?
No, it wasn't the point. The point the point was the contradiction between wanting somebody, not wanting them long term, but wanting to sleep with them. That's what she's saying. She clearly said, I don't want to be with you, but I'll stick my pee in you. She said exactly that.
Yes.
Don't want commitment, want sex.
And because her response was to Cam making a face, we'll do it to you, but we don't want to be with you.
Yeah, exactly.
So when somebody says that, then you say,
there's no
well,
contradiction there. He clearly said what it was.
But her response is to the same way he is judging
to me, though. She said to me. That was the problem.
And that
you're not the one to judge this. Like, you're not the one to understand.
He just judged it.
No, he said, but he made it clear there was no contradiction. We could want to be with you and not want to be with you.
And that's
she made this whole. She did all this. No,
because she put. Okay. We're not gonna go. We're gonna agree to disagree. Because my point of this whole thing is this is the mentality that I've been trying to tell y'all. This ignorance that's just how it is. Because I already heard Jay. That's just how it is. That's not why. That's not how it should be. That is the brainwash that we've gotten since we were 13 years old. That we can knock these women down because we feel like it, because we want to bust in them and we want to bounce out. That is the immaturity that we've been told that is okay that 50-year-olds are still doing. The 50-year-old men are still walking around doing the same thing.
1000%. I just don't like what she said. I would have loved being in that room with her. I would have tore her apart. I would have tore her argument apart.
But this is the problem.
You know what they call it? They call it flawed logic. You can be well-meaning and be on the right side of an argument and still have flawed logic. That's how people go into court every day and lose, even though their plaintiff is right.
And
I understand lose because your logic is wrong.
And I understand you could tear her apart, but the problem ain't tearing her apart. The problem is tearing down Cam's mentality.
No, and I agree with you. The bigger issue is
but see, then why waste your time?
No. She got to check that.
No.
First thing is like,
how do you
not
have
to talk about it?
He's the problem.
But he was being self-aware. He was identifying as problematic. You tell by the way he made his face when he said clearly what he said. He didn't put a contradiction between the two, but he did identify it as something that's not particularly productive. You can look at his body language. He got it. He don't need you to try to analyze it your way and spin it with some contradictory logic that doesn't really make sense. It's not going to reach anybody, and it's not true. What she said was not true.
But that's why he wants her on the show. So we're trying to. That's why he.
It made for a good clip. Could people say some wild
I get
stuff
what she's saying for myself. When I see a man I might be physically attracted to, but I think about long term now because I'm older. Young men, I didn't.
Young me,
I didn't care. I read that misunderstanding mentality would change if the person who just wants to smash would just say that up front. Give the other person the option that might be down. It's always 100% on the woman in his misogynistic construct, gosh. It's just lust versus commitment, backslash lifetime. Please play the whole clip. That's the whole clip I have. That's the whole.
I really want to be with that.
I think that's filthy. Why would you sleep in that? And if you're judging it, you're like, I don't want to be with her, but I want to put my dick in it. What are you doing? Like, have more respect for yourself. Like, why? If you wouldn't want to be with her, you shouldn't want to put your pee in her.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like where you at.
Okay.
Is that what you meant by play the whole clip, Ms. Clark? Why is she? What she's saying is right for the most part. I'm not going to say in the beginning I'm not wanting long term. You could change your mind later. Got you. What's Jay's back on the computer. Okay, he upgraded. They ain't the only person upgraded now. Dr. Smith upgraded. Jay upgraded in his. He never moved.
Off the phone.
I think the people is that men think women are good enough to sleep in, but they will ridicule them and call them a slut and dirty after the deed is done. And talk about high body counts. The immaturity of it all. I want to sleep with you, but I don't want a relationship with you. All right, go ahead. That part. It's only okay for men because it was taught to them that way. That's my only part. Like, I get what Dr. Smith is saying. I get she could be torn apart. What was her contradiction? She was questioning his behavior. discussion. Well, I think he explained it, but what was the contradiction? I think he explained it, but go ahead, Doc.
And even just the last time you played it, she put words in his mouth. He didn't say anything about it being icky or disgusting. She added that element. That whole, if you're like ill, he wasn't like ill. He didn't say ill at all. It wasn't about that. When she did this whole lean back thing, when she's like, if you're like ill, I'll put my dick in there. No, he didn't say ill. He just said, I'll sleep, but I'll be with you, but I won't be with you. I'll be with you tonight, not long term. There's no ill in it. There's no repulse in it. She drew a dynamic. She put this whole dialectic. She put these opposing forces.
Wait a second. Let me just play this again because
she leans back and says, if it's like ill, but I'll put my PP in.
Look at
Be with that.
That's not what he said.
I think that's
wait. His face
Be with
says
that.
ill.
But we don't really want to
That face says
be
ill.
with that.
I think that's
He said the
50.
long-term
Why
relationship
would you
part,
sleep
the second part? The long-term relationship part is when the
But
face
that
sneezed.
face says not long-term
The
relationship.
second part of the face was the repulse. The relationship repulsed him, not the engagement section.
Yes, the
Watch
relation-
clip again.
the
The first part he
yes.
said, "We'll be with that." He
But
actually
that's-
smiled. He probably thought about one night
But
stands.
that's what I'm
He said,
exactly
"We'll
what I'm.
be with that.
That's
We
what
won't
I'm.
be with that. So the repulse is about relationship. So when she leaned back and said the initial was repulsive, it's
You're
not.
proving the whole point. He's disgusted at the
But she
relationship.
changed what he said.
But he's disgusted at the relationship.
Yes,
So
but
if
she's
you're
saying
okay, so
she's
let
putting
me
that
finish.
disgust in the
Let-
one-night stand part.
Okay, so if you're disgusted at the thought of a relationship, why would you have a sexual relationship with somebody that
attracted
you're
sexually.
disgusted?
You're not just not. You could be attracted sexually, but definitely be a fear of commitment and not one.
No, he's
relationship.
disgusted. He said he had the face. If we're gonna
Yes,
break
but
down
okay,
face
yeah, I don't want a long-term relationship.
because it
either
disgusts
way,
you.
that's not the element of disgust. That's not the part of the interaction where she imported the disgust. She said ill, but I'll put my pee in you. So that's not ill now. Now it's ooh. The pee in you part is ooh. It's the next day. It's the long term that was the ill. If you really want to break it down. So she changed what he said. He didn't say there was ill initially or ill, but I'll put PP in you.
She was saying, so why would you want to have sex with somebody you're going to go ill that you don't want to be with?
You're saying ill to the relationship, not the sex with the person.
Okay, so this is childish. But if you're saying ill to the relationship, you can't say ill to anything if you're willing to put your penis in her.
Yes, you. What? Okay. We agree, disagree.
But that's
when I looked at Drea, when y'all saw the picture of Drea, part of me said, "Ooh, if you say relationship, I'm gonna say ill." It's possible. It is possible.
But
let's not act like
I'm with you, Doc.
Dog,
and Mike know deep down that was Mike's whole childhood.
No,
but
this is my whole point. This is the whole brainwash.
It can be very attractive and appealing and alluring.
This is the whole brainwash.
This
This is the reason why dudes are choked up now. Not you, Doc. This is the why dudes are walking around stressed the hell out because they were like, ew, I don't want to be with her, but I'll do it to her. And now they financially choked out in child support court. Because of stupidity.
But it's ill for a relationship. It's not ill for the woman. The woman is
why
fine as
would
hell.
you can't do relationship shit with people and say ill to the relationship?
But then
do you
reality.
understand that?
I
know, but then there's reality.
Yes, that's the reality.
So there's reality. That's not the reality. What you're saying is the ideal. But then there's reality.
No, the reality is
people get hard, people have intercourse. Yes, people slip up. All that happens. So let's not talk about the ideal like it's the reality. I know the ideal. I agree with you. That's where we're
that's not the ideal. The reality is now you did it and you said ill to the relationship and she's pregnant. And now you're in a full-term relationship. Now you're in a relationship for 18 years that you said ill to because your maturity level and what you've been programmed to do is separate the two. I can knock her down, but I ain't gonna be in a relationship with her.
Nobody's saying that. That's not what's being said. What's being said is that you could be attracted to somebody and want them temporarily and not want them long term, and that's reality.
And the reality is,
and we all strive to not act on those emotions, but to say we don't think it and all that, that's just lying. Like
the whole point is you're taking part in something that's potentially going to be a relationship. So dummies, stop falling for your dick controlling
we agree with that
you.
Part. I just don't agree with the way she approached the situation.
Women,
that's arguments
allowing it to happen.
Doc,
but that's what I said 5 minutes ago. I said that's what's going to happen. I said I'll deconstruct her argument, and people will think that I'm against the overall message of men having self-control. And now the comments are bearing that out. I'm a damn.
The comments are bearing it out because.
But I said people will see me going at her argument. I said, Mike, you're right. I'm with you 1,000%. I said 1,000% at least 5 times.
Yes,
all people here is you deconstructed an argument. If you have a critical opinion, the way somebody presented something, you must disagree with the overall. That's why people like me don't speak a lot, because it's like, you know what? If we can't parse out and delineate between critique of a delivery of an argument and a flawed foundational logic to make an argument and the overall message about having self-control in the world and having an ideal situation relationships, then that's why I usually wait to talk and don't do panels.
But
like I clearly said that. I clearly said what I said. I clearly said, Mike, I agree with you. Mike, you're right. Mike, we need self-control. I separated the ideal from what happens in the world. I said people do lust. I said I don't act on it, but to act like people don't think like. I said all this. You know, people say he just mad. He must. Who hurt you?
He's trauma. He got past
but let's be fair.
Niggas.
But let's just no. But let's be fair.
Niggas.
But let's be fair. You heard it, and the first thing you did was deconstruct her and not deconstruct what he said was wrong.
Because I thought what the way her approach was not going to make any progress. You got to identify with people, and I'd rather somebody say, "Brothers, I know how it is. We all be lusting. The reason I have to think long term." That relates to people. Like it's a reality of life. There's no contradiction between you having a lust and not wanting to be married to every woman. Like, I'm gonna talk real to you, but if we're not going to start off real, then we got to pull it back. And that's some bullshit.
But
we can talk real though.
But see, your version,
we can go there being
but
real.
Your version of real is her situation. My version of real is Cam is functionally, this is the problem.
Oh yeah,
Cam's ideal
Cam is the problem. Yeah,
Cam is the problem, and Cam is now going on saying, "I feel so bad because I can't provide for my kids the way I want," because this is the attitude you had.
Mike got his pet rally going on. The comments agreeing with Mike on this one, Doc.
I don't, but it's not about that. It's not, but see, it's not about that.
But I'm not saying it's a good mentality. That's the thing too. Just because you identify something does not mean you support something. I'm going to get professorial. I'll just teach. Just because you identify something doesn't mean you agree with it. That's why lawyers can argue both sides of an argument. Lawyers could defend the state, or lawyers could defend Jeffrey Epstein. Doesn't mean they agree with him. They just understand due process and how to make a salient argument. So when somebody doesn't make a good argument, they'll say objection. They're not objecting because they think that the person's innocent. They're objecting because the argument was flawed. I can critique the argument and still agree with the overall premise. We can all know OJ's guilty, but if the glove don't fit, you must acquit. I'm taking an unemotional, non-personal perspective on this because my personal feelings, I would have said a whole bunch of totally different stuff, and it probably would have been gender-based, and I haven't said gender yet. So if you really want to know, if I wanted to smoke, I would have turned up a whole nother way and made it a whole different situation. So obviously I'm talking from a critical analysis of a flawed argument that I didn't think would be effective to reach people who are the primary demographic causing those kind of problems and making those poor decisions. Well, that is what I am saying. So nobody needs to type anything else to say what I'm saying. The one problem I do have in life is I know that I am able to clearly articulate my positions and opinions and perspectives better than 99% of the people I've ever encountered. So when people tell me I'm saying something different from what I'm saying, I'd be like, oh, you foul. Because I know if there's anybody on the planet that could say and I have the courage to do it too. I'll get fired, I'll get locked up, I'll get beat up. I know that between my courage and my articulation, when you confuse what I'm saying, you're doing it intentionally. That's why I say, you dumbass nigga.
Well, exactly what you're saying is exactly the construct that I'm doing with Cam Newton. So maybe we're having two different conversations.
I said that when you first said what you said. I said that's a different argument. I agree with you, Mike.
And what I think people are going to is why the whole point of this was, we'll go because we're gonna go in circles. We'll go. But my whole point of this is the same conversation I was trying to have when people were like, it's not 50-50 having a kid because of this, and that. People, the end of
Cam is the problem. Cam got a bunch of baby moms. Yes.
The end of the day, this is what I'm trying to say to these young dudes out here.
You're right.
Okay, here. Well, let's do this. It's not about being right. It's not, and I'm the main one saying agree to disagree, shrug your shoulders. But to analyze my deconstruction of her argument and try to attribute it to something emotional or personal, I think is disingenuous because my critiques of her was not personal. I don't know her. I didn't even say anything about her personally. All I said was her logic and her argument. And I didn't broad brush women or say anything about my personal life. So in this instance, although sometimes I totally admit, I went through a lot. I'm triggered. I say all that. When it happens, it happens. This was not one of those times. I just didn't agree with her take on it and the way she tried to analyze the situation. If she was my student trying to present a PhD and I was asking her questions, I would challenge her methodology, her way of going about finding out what she found out. I thought it was problematic. I thought there was flaws in it. I would have sent her back to do more research and approach her situation differently to reach the same conclusion with more strength. That's it.
And that's exactly what I would have done with Cam Newton. So those are the views that we have on subject, and that's why I played the clip.
I'm glad you played that clip.
That was interesting. Ty said using too
No,
many words.
yeah, I'm not calling them simple because I lost the plot. I'm calling them simple because they're intentionally distorting what I said. How about this? Why nobody said, yeah, Mike, Fearless did agree with you 10 times? They missed that plot. Wait, no, they didn't. They missed that plot.
No,
I'm saying you did. I'm saying you did.
I know, but I'm saying they accused me of missing the plot. Y'all missed the plot because the plot was me and Mike totally agreed about what the problems were in the world. I clearly said initially, I'm only critiquing her argument. And y'all made at least 10 comments that said something that was different than me critiquing her argument. Nobody once said her argument didn't say what I said it said, or I agree with her argument being strong because. Argue the facts. If you want to support her argument, say something about her argument. Don't say about me. That's why you end up the first one to resort to ad hominems and personal attacks loses a debate and an argument. So once y'all start talking about me, I'm going to say dumbass nigga, because that's what you're proving yourself to be, because you can't argue the facts. Say no, Fearless, you're wrong because she stated this. And this is what studies show. And this is what I've experienced. Say that. You dumbass nigga. Yes, argue what I'm attacking her argument. You bolster her argument. Don't have me attack her argument, then you attack me. We're not doing that. And if we do, I'm clapping back.
All right, so LaShawn
yeah,
said,
you simple for that. For that, you are. You're right. You're simple.
When men argue, they have the choice to smash her or not want anything else from her. Her argument for her body, her choice. Dudes made their choice already. All right. So since we on this, I got a lies detected. This man says the ultimate self-hate.
Expeditiously. T.I.
He said, this man says this is the most self-hate, the most self-hate ever shown by a black man. This is his version of it. This is a lies detected. Let us play because we're on fire.
Sambo-ish sellout blacks in America are in Los Angeles, California. This is a fact. But when you redirect the conversation to the black gangs, oh man, they take it to a whole nother level. Like they take the coonery to the next level. Don't believe me? Well, look at this.
I'm in cell like 4 at the time. So, you know, I see niggas, I'm banging on everything. Only people I'm not banging on is white boys and Mexicans. You feel me? They not my people.
We appreciate it.
You know?
Thank you very much.
It's regular that a nigga I'ma bang on everything black that I see.
Well, that's just one person. Just because one person says that doesn't mean that, well, look at this.
But what about the Serenos? They're pretty tough, aren't they?
We fuck with our Mexicans though, hood, hell yeah. Like, we used to beef with the Mexicans, but they cool with us. Like, you know, they good peoples.
What about the Aryan Brotherhood?
They cool, they do tattoos and shit sometimes, so we be in there with them.
Like, that is really how they are. I'll never forget when I first got out here within the first few days. Obviously, I'm curious about LA because I don't know about LA. Therefore, I'm gonna want to take a walk. And in the midst of taking this walk, I go to a park where it's hundreds of people. And while I'm at this park walking through it, a black SUV pulls up to the side of me talking about where you from, and it's full of Negroids. Now, of course, I told them I'm from out of state, and they drove off, but afterwards I thought about it like, damn, I'm the only black person out here. Why me? It's all of these Mexicans, all of these white folks, and you want to bang on me. That's just how they are. It's how they operate.
Any lies detected? Anybody want to go? It's up to y'all.
I said he's stupid.
I just when I saw that, I just realized when people make people check in cities, they're never making Justin Bieber check in.
Oh no, not at all.
I'm gonna walk on the tourist places while you walking in the hood. No lies, unfortunately. I thought it was a take that took me off guard because I was like, what? And then I started thinking, that is crazy that we got to check in, but they're not making Tom Cruise check in.
Here come hip hop blame time, y'all. Mike about to blame hip hop for everything.
Oh, and that, my friend.
Here it comes.
Sometimes I just be. You just be.
You got the
This is
clip.
why.
It's
This is
already
why.
ready.
This is
It's already
why.
loaded up.
This is why we
clip is
work.
already- the
This
clip is
is
locked and loaded.
why we work together.
How does Onyx come together?
Yo, you know, when we came up, when we put Onyx together, it's in his book too. I got a book back there.
Man, you know,
Onyx. So
I gotta, and I wish I would have read that before we sat down.
I wish this is crazy, right? A lot of details.
Yeah.
But on that question, like, we had a lot of names, but it was Onyx by Onyx. It was like kind of weird a little bit because we came up with the De La Soul era.
Right.
Tribe Called Quest. We had dreadlocks.
Damn.
We had the wild clothes. Like, we was fitting in time with what was going on.
And the group name at that time
was Onyx by Onyx.
Onyx by Onyx.
Onyx by Onyx. Rest in peace to Big DS, one of the founders.
And how was it spelled then?
It was Onyx by Onyx, like BY.
Right.
So it was
But
Onyx
the same
by
way we
Onyx.
spelled, y'all spelled Onyx as a group?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
And we just dropped the by Onyx and just made it Onyx when NWA came out. When NWA came out and they said F the police, we was like, yo, you can curse in your rhymes?
Yeah.
This is what you can stand up for what you want to talk about in your rhymes? Everything changed in hip-hop because now it's like, okay, let me speak about the hood. Let me speak about what I'm going through, the angst, the anger.
It was De La Soul, Tribe Called Quest. It was meanie. It was Black Pride. Oh, and then NWA dropped, and all of a sudden Onyx by Onyx went to throw them guns in the air. Buck like it just don't care. You muted yourself. You muted yourself.
That's what's
you played the clip of Special Ed when he was talking about the downfall, right? Did we already play that? I thought we played that before on Drink Chance when he said NWA messed up hip hop. Yeah.
The downfall when the CIA realized and everybody realized that we could spread this gangster shit all over the country. And you know what? Throw them African medallions away. Throw that Black Pride away. Throw them. Don't worry about the Cosby Show. Don't worry about respecting women. Make sure you get that 40 ounce ready to pour it over a woman's head at a house party, and everybody goes, "Yo, that is high." They just poured
that shit. And Dre, who said no?
They just threw the wall. Yes, let's talk about what we don't love these hoes and everybody. Oh, my.
So is that Onyx's fault for not sticking to their lane and going with whatever sells just to get money? Is they the sellouts?
That's called the influence, the power of hip hop. That was called the power of hip hop.
Grand Poobah didn't do that.
Sign, though. Yeah, and Grand Poobah didn't make any more albums.
Yeah.
He made that 2000 album. Remember that?
So when y'all miss me, y'all want to get mad at Phyllis, miss me with y'all protecting this bullshit hip hop shit that y'all sit up there and run with, and y'all get so sensitive about when it's what brainwashed us, including me, and programmed me into having a whole different mentality. Ain't nothing changed me more. Nothing in my life changed me more than this hip hop culture that got changed up and switched up. I went from trying to search up Bible scriptures after KRS-One to trying to set up threesomes.
What? Oh gosh. I said, what happened? I thought I missed something.
That shit
that left so fast.
That shit is up to the individual. Though. Always feels up to the individual.
That's funny because you was the individual riding with me doing the nonsense.
Well, I know we were weak minded. We fell for it. We were right up in it. Like this is.
Remember when I was on the show debating? My good friend, what's Dave's last name? Dave
the business bully.
Yeah, he good. I watch his YouTube videos all the time. Shout out to Dave. If you know his site, shout it out. I'll make sure people follow him too.
At OG.
But I remember the debate was 3-6 Mafia negative influence, were they demonic? And I was like, yes, they got mixtapes called Hear Some Evil. They're called 3-6 Mafia, 666s. And he was like, no, I met him and all this other stuff. I love him. And he's one of the people that definitely I debate with. I think it's John Henry Clark said, I only debate with my equals, all others I teach. I learned from that good brother. I debate with that good brother. On that point, I was like, we can agree, disagree, but I think the evidence in terms of their behavior, their imagery, their content, and the titles of their mixtapes said something different. But I've been on that critique and hip hop train for a long time, but I know it's an uphill battle.
It's an uphill battle because it feeds into every lustful perversion and makes it okay in every aspect, from sex to money to indulging in whatever substance that you would like to. It gave you the green light to actually it be accepted. So when you say, oh, no, don't blame hip hop. Listen, I know there were powers behind hip hop. I know this just didn't happen.
Oh, yeah, they were pawns. They were definitely pawns.
They were pawns in the game. They were definitely, hey, you guys, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Because if people keep telling me the logic they use is NWA is the CNN of the streets. Yeah. For a second. For a second. They were for a second. For a second, and then they were like, oh, yeah, fuck these bitches.
Well, I always talk about, I'm looking it up now. It's Proverbs 1, verse 11, when they say, come with us, let us wait for blood. Let us lurk privily for the innocent without cause, right? The villain proposes the ambush to murder innocent people. And I always compare that to the proposition made by Slick Rick in A Children's Story. Because in Children's Story, if you remember, he basically reenacts Proverbs 1:11 and says, me and you, son, we're going to make some cash, robbing old folks and making a dash. Like, let us wait privily for the innocent, right? So, but the same devil's bargain, right? If you remember that movie, Devil's Advocate, is made to these people. And I think Wise Intelligence said it best. He said, if we're willing to risk our life and our freedom for $200 for a sale of crack, we're going to be willing to say nigger. He said, we live in poverty for one of all things. We're not going to turn down an opportunity to take our moms out the hood and live in a safe environment because we say some words. So, it's a type of bargain where it's like, I don't know how to judge them adequately as pawns because I know the level of manipulation and lack of control and agency that pawns typically have. But what I can say is, like most people say, after you're in the game and you've established some wealth, what's the excuse for your second and third and fourth album? You might say you need to recoup on your second album. You didn't, but it was the Young Jeezy argument. When Young Jeezy came out with like his third album, there was a major debate about saying the same thing while you're getting older. But those same people, when Jay-Z was trying to do Kingdom Come and Nas was trying to do Nostradamus, was basically before Jay-Z even said the line, switch up your flow. This is garbage. What you trying to acknowledge? You trying to grow up, Jay-Z? You talking about you're a grown man? You talking about mama, I made it, and you trying to talk about all these things about retrospective and maturity. I was so immature. Nobody wanted to hear it. So there's a contradiction in hip hop where we try to urge people to elevate and grow, but once they do, we don't want anything that they create. And that's been a long time dilemma for a lot of artists where it's like, I've grown, but if I come back grown, I won't have the sales. So I just got to give them part 2 of the same thing I gave them last time.
And it is a vicious cycle because radio will push what they want to push, and they don't care how big the artist is. If the artist isn't following the blueprint, they'll say, I'm not playing this because this is not the Jay-Z that we play that got people to listen. No, it got people to listen because you got paid to play it.
And there's clubs, like, if nothing's for the club, then the industry kind of closes in. That's why you got people like Russ and even Joyner Lucas who sell millions of records and have millions of streams. But if you don't make a certain narrow type of music that's for radio, clubs, and that, like even stadium music, there's certain lanes that still will close up. You can get money, you can get attention, you can get followers, you can get support. But a lot of people do. That's why they even go major when they have independent success. They want their stadiums, they want their Live Nation tours, they want their moments. And a lot of people, the ego takes control and they're like, it wasn't about success. It was about the fame and the ego and being the man or the woman.
And vanity gets them every time. It's the Charleston White syndrome.
Clothes come off, right?
Yep.
You start flash. But Wise Intelligence said, hold up a gun or two. Money gonna come at you. Just stop rhyming about what white people done to you. And he was like, yo, they came to me. The record label said, we just want to know if you really believe what you're saying so we'll know how to market you when you're doing all that conscious talk. They said, we just want to know if you really believe it. They were, hold up a gun or two. Money gonna come at you. Like literally, talk about killing people. He said, talk about gangsters and drugs and whores. Young Buck had an album about police brutality. They told him, take that song off the album. Do you know the effects that song will have on the community? Meanwhile, he had all the other songs about killing black people. Didn't bat an eye, no problem.
It goes with every circumstance. When did Denzel get their first Oscar?
Got to be crooked before he took it.
Had to be crooked. When did Halle Berry get that first Oscar? She had to be down on her knees in front of a white man saying, "Make me feel better."
Don't get me critiquing. Don't get me critiquing.
Made me feel good. Made me feel good.
No, if I critique, they're gonna say that Fearless is hating on women now because he didn't like Halle Berry's scenes.
Is it trauma from your previous relationship?
Yeah. Yo,
to
this day, I never watched the whole movie.
I watched the movie in the movie theater.
When they killed off, what was it, Diddy? Maybe that part was okay.
What movie are you talking about? What movie are you talking about?
Monsters Ball.
Oh yeah,
Sean
yeah.
Sean Combs in the movie.
Yeah, he was.
So
he actually,
they were doing the regular Tyler Perry type thing. Lee Daniels, there's the whole black man bad, light skin, and then the white man. With that scene where she was like, "Make me feel good," I turned it off. I said, "What the hell is this? What?" It reminded me of Gone with the Wind. I don't know about birthing no babies. Like that's what I felt when she said that, and I was like, "Oh wow." And there's something. Oh, I'll show it on Friday. But there's something called the, I think it's the Octoroon Ball. But they used to have, the Octoroon Ball. They call it a mythical social event. No, they were real events. New Orleans, where white men would select women of mixed race, octoroons or quadroons, for, wait for it, temporary extramarital partnerships called placage. That's Placage.
Another big word, Tosh.
A real system of contractual cohabitation. So side chick. They put them up. Basically, they put them up, I guess, cover the rent and everything. But they would go to these balls and pick them out. These white men picking out these mixed joints. So there's something called an Octoroon Ball. And ironically, the movie's called Monsters Ball, where a white man picks a mixed chick. I'm good, Holly. I know you didn't know. You got the check. You're trailblazer. You broke the ceiling. Hattie McDaniels is so proud looking down. She sat in the balcony and all. I got all that. But we still could celebrate Holly and Denzel. I'm going to try again because I can't give up. This is what I dedicated my life to do. I signed up for this. We can celebrate Halle Berry and Denzel being phenomenal actors and great performers and advancing the culture and still critique the system and the limited options they have that oftentimes represent us in a more negative light than many of their other roles that were equally as worthy of celebration but didn't get the commendations from the Academy. I tried.
All right. This one,
I know for a lot of people they dug you, but it's cool. It's cool.
No. I got that.
Octoroon Ball, Monsters Ball, coincidence. I know.
And it just goes back to this point that I always say: in this country, if you want to be a star, you will be compromised. And I don't mean just like what everybody says. You got to suck this. You got to no. You will be compromised to be a star in this country. Just realize that. You can't be one of the biggest stars in the world and not be compromised. That just comes with it.
Well, that's the thing, too. We said the same thing about, I shouldn't say this either. That's why I say it. We said they had the same conversation last week about policing. It's not about you as an individual. It's because you're in a compromised and compromising industry. That's why we always say institutions versus individuals. That's why you see people like Dave Chappelle retreat. That's why you see people like Prince resist. That's why you see people like Jim Carrey willingly become a recluse. You see these things because, like Mike is saying, there's a ledge, there's an edge. Don't push me, right? And people are seeing it, right? And sometimes like Cat Williams, where they see it from afar and they're like, "Oh no, I went to the mansion party," right? Some people are like, "Well, I saw it, but it wasn't me in there. So, hey, I'm just going to do my movies, mind my business." People have different tolerances. People are able to navigate these spaces with different levels of skill and ability. Some people are spiritually connected to situations in a different way. So it hits them different and affects them different. Some people are like, "Well, that's them and I can't change it. I'm going to do everything I can to be." Other people, they know if I get around that, it's going to destroy me. So I'm going to go to Africa, right? It is what it is, but you can celebrate the talent and critique the institution. So somebody, a police officer can save somebody's life, still be part of a wicked game. Is what it is. I'm going hard now. So, they say the truth has no friends.
Well,
so once you know that telling the truth is going to have everybody mad at you, you free.
Well, since you brought that up, we got to go. Since you brought the police up, we got a little officer who was drunk and high while he was actually on the job.
I fucking on job.
Like I told
Gonna
you.
come and deal with shit.
No. Like I told you, you're coming off a double and you got in a bad bag.
That's right.
So relax.
Yep. Call your sergeant right now. Call your sergeant.
We're not gonna.
Call your sergeant. Call your sergeant. I want your sergeant here. I have my rights to call a sergeant here.
We're
So
gonna
call
call.
your sergeant right now.
All right, we're gonna call.
Call your sergeant. What's your name?
Officer Mason.
What's your name? What's your name?
They
Protecting him. What's your name?
What's my name?
Yes.
Officer Sapinski.
And what's your name? Probably don't even know. Can't even speak. Highest fucking on job.
Like I told
Gonna
you.
come and deal with shit.
No. Like I told you, you're coming off a double and you got in a bad back.
They That's
So
right.
relax.
Making excuses.
Yep. Call your sergeant right now. Call your sergeant.
We're not gonna.
Call your sergeant. Call your sergeant. I want your sergeant here. I have my rights to call a sergeant here.
We're
So
gonna
call
call.
your sergeant right.
I got a ton of those.
Was his hand on his gun? It looked like his hand was
Yeah,
on his
hand was on his gun the whole time. Yeah.
I
got
sent
a
you the video. I sent you the video, Jay, with the Wise Intelligent Hip Hop thing. Just so you
No,
know.
I got a video of a guy stopping somebody for drinking and driving and is stumbling to the car.
Oh, the cop is.
The cop is stumbling to the car. That's what I mean.
The cop that's covering for him need to go
No,
to.
I'm about to say no. It's cool, Mike. Because if he stumbled to the car and the video gets seen, the good cops are going to report him.
He won't lose his job.
All the
He'll
no,
be
the
in
good
there.
no, Jay, the good cops. Remember we talked about the good cops. The good
Yeah,
cops
yeah,
are going to come and get him fired and go to internal affairs and protect the citizens because their job is to serve and protect. Right? All the good cops are about to get them. Hey, right? It's a self-cleaning mechanism. It's like your body, how it cleans itself out. The cells, you know, they expel all the bad. That's how the police force is, right?
Nikki said she know that look. She been there. She said, "Hey, he perked. That's he on perks."
Yeah, he look like it. Look at least two things. I was gonna say at least two things.
Nikki said she know that look.
Ain't nothing in a bottle doing that. Ain't nothing in a not alone. Not that look.
Oh, the whole video is when he tried to walk to the car and he stumbles to
Oh yeah,
the car.
I got that
Coming
on
off
it.
a double and you
It's
got in
on
a
it.
bad
It's on
back.
it.
That's
So
right.
relax.
Yep. Call your sergeant.
He's
bad
right
back?
now. He leaned
Call your
back.
sergeant.
We're not gonna.
Call your sergeant. Call your sergeant. I want your
And that's
sergeant here.
policy, right?
I have my rights to call a sergeant here.
We're
So
gonna
call
call.
your sergeant right now.
All right, we're gonna call.
Call your sergeant. What's your name?
Officer Mason.
What's
Hey,
your
real
name?
quick, Officer
What's your name?
They
Protecting him. What's your name?
What's my name?
Yes.
Officer Sapinski.
And what's your name? Probably don't even know. Can't even speak. Nope.
So let me.
No, this motherfucker's high. Look at him.
Hey,
Gonna lose your job, motherfucker. Gonna lose your job. Gonna lose your job, motherfucker. Look at him. Look at him. Gonna lose his job. Gonna lose his job. The drug motherfucker coming to the job, trying to correct me. Yup. Look at him. Call your sergeant. Call your sergeant. Look at him.
Yeah, he tore up from the
It
floor
might
up.
be
What
that,
they said.
what they call it, the trank dope. Yeah, that fentanyl and mixed with the heroin and all that. Like, yeah. I
Coco
don't
need
know.
to justify this because
Oh shoot, nah. It wasn't Philly, was it? I hope it was Philly.
nah. She just saying it's the cop code.
Yeah.
Coco pissed at us right now anyway, so I don't think he watching right now. I think he pissed.
Well,
at
he
us.
sent me another video. He sent me.
You want to hear something hilarious though? When he was like, if you disagree or critique the police, remember he was like, hand in your shield, right? Give your shield back. Remember that? When I was like, my brother's shield and all that, and you didn't know he didn't know my brother was dead, right? That is a thing that the police really believe. You remember when Beyonce did the Super Bowl and had a Black Panther symbolism? And the police force said, we won't escort her. Basically, we'll remove protection from you if you critique us. Police believe that we're not deserving of protection because we're citizens of the United States. They don't believe that they have an obligation based on their oath and obligation to serve and protect us. They feel like if you hurt my feelings, you should be in more mortal danger and risk being killed. And it was funny because when Beyonce did the performance, the first thing the cops did was, oh, we won't protect you. I said something Coco didn't like, your shield back. We shouldn't get protection if we critique. You can't have a critical opinion and still be protected. And I laughed to myself thinking, that's how cops really be feeling. If you piss me off, you should die or you should be more at risk of danger. And I was like, that is so interesting. The cops really believe that. If you piss us off, how about this one? I got another one that y'all both probably heard on separate occasions. You ready for it? If you don't like the police so much, then don't call 911 when something happens. When somebody busts in your house, don't call. You ever heard that one? I'm sure both of y'all heard that before from some police officer, right?
I heard that.
Coco said it. Well, when somebody busts in your house, fearless house, how are we supposed to restrain them without cuffs, right? Police, something about their training. They believe that if you're critical of them, then you're less deserving of protection under the Constitution of the United States and the oath they swore to uphold. That's a problem. It's a cultural institutional problem. And while they're arguing, you're showing how problematic you as an individual are based on the institution that you serve, because you really think like this. Then they say things like, I'm black first. If I get pulled over tomorrow and Coco and his partner get out, let's say I do nothing wrong, hands to my sides, I greet them and get out the car immediately. Let's say his partner decks me and breaks my nose and I look like Big Balls in DC with all my shirt bloodied. Is Coco going to knock that person out? Or is Coco going to assist in affecting the arrest of me? Which one, y'all? Let's not play games. Is he going to go to the station and write the other guy up? And stop saying you're black first. You're not black first. You might be black long-term overall. But in that moment, you are blue first.
Yeah, that would take a lot for a black cop to out their white partner, or
even after the fact, they're writing it down. You're not gonna write something different. You're not gonna be like, well, that's his story, but my story is different. Because you know who had that story? You want to really go there? You know who had that story? Chris Dorner. For y'all that don't remember, that was the cop that tried to be honest, that the police force turned against, that started killing them and their girlfriends on dates, talking about asymmetrical warfare when they chased them into the woods and burned down that cabin he was in. Remember that picture of the bald-headed guy with the fatigues on? They went to manhunt and he was shooting everybody. The lady kicked a handicapped person while he was on duty. He went and told the truth about his partner or somebody else, and they all rallied and circled the wagons and made him look crazy and cost him his job. He said, I was the best shot. Y'all know how I'm coming. It's asymmetrical guerrilla warfare. He started killing them, their parents, and their girlfriends.
But do you really expect an officer to give up their career to feed their family?
But you're right, Jay. You're talking about reality. That's why when people talk in them comments, I call them what I call them, because there's reality. Don't play with me. Don't act like, because you know what happens? People like Chris Dorner, they buy into it. They get patriotic. They take the oath. They believe it. So then when they see their partner wilding and they try to be honorable and then they get turned against, they start killing people. So you ain't going to get me. You ain't going to get me to buy into the lie, so I snap out. Like the old man on the corner begging for change, talking about the Illuminati and knowing all the facts of history, just overload. You're not going to get me. I'm going to know that there's things that people say and there's things that actually exist in the world and systems and structures that actually apply to reality. So when people are talking, I'm black first, and nigga, I wish I would get punched in my face and be like, you're a black cop. You're going to help me, right? And people say that. You're a brother. I'm surprised you're doing this. You sound stupid.
In the intro,
you should know what happened when they put that uniform
in the
on.
intro, I played a college graduate who gave his speech. And Jay, you said, would you give up how you feed your family? And the college graduate has said, we are now in a situation where we are going to have to be very careful when we are scanning for jobs and we apply, that we research what these companies are doing.
In the world, yeah.
In the world. That we research what these companies are doing in the world before we apply. Because
making Micah, like that video I showed last week, they got the kids in the hole in the mines.
Our intellect can be used to create bombs that destroy people. Now, that's a smart thing for him to say, to say, I'm warning you now. But when they get us caught up in the system, they get us caught up in these evil systems because they know we're what? We're compromised. They got us. Our whole life is based on paying everything we have by living and working for you. And we all get compromised.
Average salary 40,000, they paying me 70. Like there you go.
Oh yeah, they go to Big Pharma. They go to the Department of War now. Yeah, they work for the Pentagon. They just, instead of being in community centers where they can be transformative, instead of being teachers where they could change lives, you see what teachers are getting paid. You see what corporate America's paying. Yes, they've always arranged it. So if you want to do good, you're not going to do good and do good.
You got a family to feed.
Well, and that's the compromise. So, and this is not the Coco, but it's hard to say that you're Puerto Rican first, when in actuality, this job is going to come first before, because I'm going to pick.
I think he meant that I'm still black, like eternally. When you say I'm black, like
no, he said first. That's what I said, not first. I said maybe overall.
Yeah, I know what he
I said
meant.
Overall, you can say that, but not first. Not black first. Not when you put the
don't
uniform
come
on.
at me and my whole culture of people. But go
to a precinct. Go to a precinct as a black cop and be like, I just want to let y'all know before I start my first day, I'm black first. They're gonna be like, wait, send him back to training camp. It
It's
didn't
blue
work.
first over here.
Yeah,
It's-
you must have missed the whole training camp. That whole point of training camp was the
so you know what
brainwash
you're getting into. But if
Us
that ain't
against
what you're
them.
getting into,
Yeah,
all
us
right, I
against
guess
them.
you conform at the while.
And not even that.
get
Part of
compromises
it's
like
real
that.
though, Jay. Part of it is real. If me and you are in a car and we're going to an apartment, like a training day scene, right? It's me and you against the world, whether you're black, white, or anything. So part of it is there's logic to it. I'm not saying it's not logical. If you want to make it home to your family and the only person that got your back is the one person in this car, then it's us first. I'm not even saying it's wrong. I'm doing same thing as earlier. I'm not even arguing that it's a silly way to think. I'm just saying be honest about the reality of the way that your so-called thoughts engage the community. So if I believe that you're black first, I might come to a flawed conclusion about your potential responses. I'm going to hear you and say whatever, because if I was in the car with one person and there's 50 of y'all and 2 of us, it's us to the death. I will shoot all of y'all to make sure me and my partner get home. So if I was a cop, I'd be blue first. How about that? If I was a cop, I'd be blue first.
But you wouldn't be a cop
But
because
being
you
black
was
first,
compromising.
yes.
Yeah, I got
but being
what you're saying.
black first could get you killed. If somebody aims a gun at me and I'm like, oh, my brother, then we both get shot. It was a little old lady, not my
Decisions
grandmother.
and choices. You make the decision of their career when faced with these situations. They make the choice to look the other way. They know how it is when they go in, and it's a paycheck. And listen,
And you can do some good though, and you can do some good because you might be on a scene where somebody else would have shot the person, but you didn't. You literally spared a life and saved a life that night. You can do that stuff throughout your whole career. There's moments where you're like when Hinton, the guy who ran over the police officer. You seen that viral video where the cop got in the elevator with him and it looked like they were about to beat him up when they got in the elevator. It was like 3 white cops and a detective. And there's a viral scene where the black cop gets on the elevator with the man who ran over that police officer because his son got killed, Hinton, and they didn't do nothing. He was staring him down. Like, you can make a difference. I'll get that video. But
Have you ever been at a job where you had to write a statement and tell on someone that you know, like, you're going to be ostracized?
I work with children. So I look at it different.
No, kids is different. I'm saying like a regular office job.
All I can come from is my perspective. I said it before about being a teacher. I work with, they work with the community.
Are you telling the big boss come and say, yo, they said this person did this or said this. Are you going to co-sign that so that person get fired and then people look at you like, yo, you out here telling? Or is it going to be like, no, I don't know nothing?
Too. Police deal with children too. Police supposed to protect children too. So police ain't immune.
Just not kids though. I'm just thinking in real life, the average person. Like,
don't put that person on the street. If he's a danger and he has a gun.
Yeah, cops.
We're not just talking about a bad person or a mean person or bad customer service. We're talking about somebody who might
but
be
do
more
you
likely
want to be at a
kill
job
people
where everyone know that you snitched and you told and you talked to the boss and now corporate's firing these people like, yo, this person they telling and then ain't nobody gonna rock with you.
Listen,
you talk to an unemployed person, Jay.
Listen, the bottom line is wrong. And if you choose to not be the snitch, you chose the wrong decision and it benefited you. That's the real.
You don't want to be at UPS and everybody like, yo, I don't talk to Mike. Yo, he talked to
if I chose not to snitch,
peanut butter jelly by yourself.
But understand, if I chose not to snitch and it benefited me because it made life easier, I know in my heart, I did the wrong thing and it benefited me.
Check the video just now. I sent the video just now, Jack.
When Doc says you're not wrong, no, you are wrong. You are wrong. But it benefited your situation.
Oh, but I say in terms of upper mobility and career, no, you did the right thing.
But you did the wrong thing, and it benefited you. That's the real life. There were times when I didn't snitch on certain people that I knew did something, and it benefited me.
Yeah, but nobody else was hurt, were they? That's the difference. That's the other part too.
I'm not gonna go too deep into it.
I'm not gonna snitch now. He said I didn't snitch then. I'm not snitching now. But that scene I'm showing right there, Mike. That's when the guy hit and ran over the police officer after
I showed that on the show. Yep.
Yes. So I'm not. Yeah, and he stood his ground. And if he wasn't there, it would have went different in that elevator. It would have went different.
They stayed with him to make sure that he was good.
Yep. So I'm not acting like you can't do things. We're just delineating between your individual potential to be transformative and the overall institution that's not going to change no matter what you do.
Give me a second. This is the thing. Jay, I showed that. And I said the same thing.
Oh, okay. It's good. We on the same page all day.
And y'all acted like he didn't. Y'all all act like especially you were like, well, he just standing there, he didn't do nothing. What you saying? They was gonna do something
I
to
was
him?
with you. No,
He
made
was tapping
sure
his
that
hip
it
and
was all
everything. You saw him
good.
tapping. He was tapping his hip. He played. I don't know if you've seen it in this clip, but he was
Yeah,
tapping.
I played it. All right, we got
Watch his hand at one point. Is he tapping?
Let me get to this good one because this is a teacher. I just want to get to this, and I just want to say I want to figure out how Jay's gonna flip this on the teacher. This is a teacher's confrontation. Well.
Daniel, what was you talking about? Daniel, fucking get smart with me. I didn't get straight up. Daniel, I thought she was. She said that I was getting smart. I'm not even. Daniel, what was you talking about? Daniel, fucking get smart with me. I didn't get straight up. Daniel, I thought she was.
I just want to know what would have been an appropriate response if that teacher hadn't been that old and that unable to respond. What would have been the response, the proper response?
I'm smart enough to know, and I knew early on, and my brother works, K through 12, and I tell him all the time, I couldn't do it.
Crazy.
I know me, and I know that that's not where I belong. I don't belong in any environment where somebody might punch me in my face. Because if I'm here with 6-figure lifetime jobs and I'm still saying what I want to say and doing what I want to do, I promise you, I've said before in front of people, big groups, if this is my last day on the planet, I'm fine with that. And I've told people that. If it goes to a certain place and a certain point, I let everybody know. If this is how it's going to end, I'm not going to live with this disrespect, or you ain't going to do this to me and me not saying nothing to do nothing.
But and what you're saying is right, but I'm not going to let Jay off.
I got arrested for throwing a cop on his back with his gun on his hip right here in the cafeteria at Temple University.
I'm not going to let. I'm not going to let Jay. No. I'm not going to let.
I slammed him good.
No. And that's good.
But Jay, I got you.
But I'm not going to let Jay get off the hook because Jay's forever saying I would have handled it differently, and these teachers, there had to be something before there's a build up. And
there's a level of respect.
There's a level, and she failed in the classroom.
There's a tone that's set prior to
Daniel, what was you talking about? Daniel, fucking get smart with me. I didn't get straight up. Daniel, I thought she was.
And there's a tone that was set. And
she did say I didn't get smart with you. I didn't like that energy though.
Yeah,
like
that's her. That's it.
Yeah, people know who to hit, Mike. People know who to hit.
Okay.
Sometimes they're wrong. And
so how do you avoid them knowing who to hit then, Jay?
No, what I was saying is you, as a teacher, you're setting the tone of respect and disrespect early on. Her response told me everything I needed to know. She was a pushover. They all knew it. She allowed things to happen. She'd been pushed before and did nothing. Like that was a build.
But wait,
that's what I envisioned.
But when I show
but the kid is wrong.
But when I show you the teachers who do that, you then say they have no business doing that. They have no business drawing the line. They have no business talking to students. You then say call the parent.
No, what I said was swinging on the kid. You setting the tone.
No, not swinging on the kid. No, we've had teachers step to students and say you got to go and have gone at the student because they've been disrespectful and you've blamed the teacher.
No, that's not how that went.
Oh, are my witnesses here? Comments. Are my witnesses?
I never once blamed. What I said is the teacher's in control.
Hey, don't lie. Don't lie.
You shouldn't be fighting students. You need to set the tone to where you're not allowing them to push you on Monday and then think Friday they're gonna turn you getting sucker punched. It's a build-up is what I was saying.
So when they had the adult come in the room and remove a kid, and the kid got up.
As soon as the disrespect, you have to
wait. When the teacher wanted to
not tolerated with me.
Okay, so when they do that and they remove the student, you got mad when the student got thrown out the class.
No, I didn't. If you disrespectful, and I'm telling you to chill, and you still want to buck up, do what you want to do, get husky, this ain't the classroom for you.
I showed you. I'm good.
I never once said.
Hey, you sat here when I showed they had to bring the man in to remove the student.
That's
And
what you're
you said that man had no business grabbing that student and putting his hands on him.
No, it must have got real physical, and then
Yes, because the student wouldn't go.
And then but security's supposed to do what security do. They have to get you out. It depends on now. If you swinging and fighting, it's a way that you can remove somebody, a student, from a classroom, and there's a way that you shouldn't.
How? If they don't want to go, how?
What do you mean? You got it. You've been trained for this. You are the adult.
So they got to get
common
physical with
sense
him.
and logic and see
So
how
when
to
he grabbed him
de-escalate situations and
when he
avoid
now
it.
it's
If you
just-
got to get the cops involved, so I'm
So wait
sure
a
that
minute.
happens in high school.
You want
too.
him to de-escalate the situation and get
As
them
an
out the
adult.
classroom.
As an adult, you should be able to.
Okay,
you should be able
so how if the
assess
student
the scenario and situation some may result in you needing to restrain some. It may if the person is swinging and throwing stuff.
I
And
showed you the
hurting
clip where
people.
they had the security come in and he had to toss
I'm
the
never
kid out.
defending a kid that's wilding. You're wrong. You're wrong. What I'm saying is, the adult in those situations, you are held to a higher standard to be able to
I'm going
handle.
to find the clip because you're straight lying right now.
If she was, yeah, I mean, if that's somebody's mom, your mom just got sucker punched like that. You got a problem. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like that's
dangerous. And I say it all the time. You never know who knows who. It's that's why even when I said earlier, the reason why I don't go to ad hominems and insult people personally is because I don't know who I'm talking to ever.
So I said,
when I'm
listen,
podcasting,
my son is
you
14
never
and
know.
way bigger than me. If you think you an adult and you going to get treated like one, they had security come. The kid wouldn't get out the seat. He said, "You got to get out of here." The kid got up, going towards him. The security grabbed him and tossed him. And Jay was like, "Oh, we got a problem here. You're not gonna put hands on my kid." And you said, and it's the teacher's fault for allowing that environment to come. You explain to me what teacher is going to be able to fix this kid right here. You tell me what this woman possibly could have done.
Daniel, what was you talking about? Daniel, fucking get smart with me.
You tell me on the first week of school what that teacher
That's
could have
not
done.
happening on the first week of school.
No. I'm telling you on the first week of school when you're setting the tone, you tell me what that teacher has to do to set the tone with that one person.
Mike, you don't
How
see
it
that
is-
something happened prior with them. You can't see that he pushed her before and she did nothing. You can't see that he knocked something
What
off.
I'm,
the
no,
It was
what I'm
some-
saying
it was
is
a build up.
in order for
Was that a
me-
guy or a girl?
That was a girl. In order for
That was a girl
woman-
that punched.
Yes, in order for that woman, if in order for that woman to check that student, it's going to get volatile from the beginning. From the beginning, you have to step to that kid in order to get that respect. In order for that not to go to
Sometimes.
go through where in that particular situation.
No, I've had both. I've had all three. I've had students that they were not redeemable. I've had students that ended up getting placed after everything was tried. They did not have any willingness to make any change and got progressively worse and were dangerous to themselves and others. I've seen that. I've also seen students who you had to get with them and had to be an authoritarian. I've also seen like early classroom management.
Thank you for saying I remember, Mike. Thank you.
But early classroom management, they say when you have those students that seem like they're more outspoken and potentially problematic, the first thing that they do, especially even in grade school, they make them a helper. They give them an assignment. They give them some agency. They engage with them a little more, a little differently, because you know who you got to get on your side if you're going to manage this classroom. So if I have a student like that, where I'm like, yo, this can go all the way left, I am going to make sure we have because they might get that at home. They might be acting like this. They're getting too much authoritarian. They might need to be listened to. They might need a friend. So I've seen it both ways where it's not always, I got to get with you. Because that's what people do, especially black students when there are white people involved. They always think they got to come down on him and bully them. And these black kids got to submit. Sometimes we just want a shoulder to cry on or a hug or just to be heard or to have some agency in the classroom and we'll chill out, a place to put our energy. So I don't want to say as an educator that there's only one way to deal with those kind of students. But yes, you do have to deal with it early.
And you're not gonna have a career if you're fighting students. So you got to know how to handle it and manage it. You can't be swinging on students, think you're gonna have a career and a job and be in the same. No.
Jay, I played at least 5 videos of teachers getting hit by students. And somehow or another, you've gone back to, I would know how to control. How?
Jay a super manager though, Mike. You know
that. He's never been in a classroom one day in his life, but he thinks
he can manage the situation.
He thinks what he managed.
It's a buildup.
It's the same thing as people think they funny.
Miss Mind Desire was treated different than Mr. Clark. Like everybody has different ways you say with teachers. They was just old teachers back in the day. But everybody got different teachers that regulate their rooms, and you know where respect is due. That will not be not tolerated.
Yeah, you know what Mr. Clark did to get the respect is due. Jay Black, that happens more than you know, and the parents know what they be doing, sending their kids to school like that.
My God, yeah. Unfortunately,
that happened on the first day of school. Jay Black, come on, that was what I'm saying. You're not in school environment. These kids act.
Hey, that
No,
teacher.
first of all, how do you keep? This is what I'm thinking.
Oh no, she said that has happened. She didn't say that clip.
How
do you make the assumption?
I don't just meet you, Mike, and want to sucker punch you. I'm gonna just punch
Jay,
Mike.
I've seen people who've done it.
It's a buildup, Mike.
There's no buildup.
It's usually a buildup. People just don't fight normally just to fight.
Dude,
like it's usually
how do
a
you
buildup.
make these assumptions when you're not even in the environment?
I would say not the teacher though. They fight the teacher. It does seem like something.
Something had to happen. It's a buildup.
Yes, it's called the buildup in their house.
How you doing, Miss?
It's called the buildup in their personal
Mr.
life.
Sean. Hey, Mr. Sean, nice to meet you.
It's called the buildup in their personal life.
No, I let that out on another student though. I mean, I want to say I have, but yeah,
How do you know that wasn't the first
student
day?
Before the student?
No, I'm saying when I was a student, as a young person, if I had that buildup from home, if I did let it out, it would 99% of the time be another student. I wouldn't find a teacher to hit.
No pattern. First day of school, no pattern. What was said? These kids pop off whenever, wherever. They are irrational sometimes and untrained and disrespectful. But Jay says it's not going to happen on the first day. In NYC, I've seen in school a school fight the security guard and stabbed him. Jay Black, you must have been homeschooled.
No, I got street smarts and common sense. And it's the way you carry yourself and respect that you own. Y'all know people ain't just.
Jay, you ain't been in a classroom in 40 years.
I know respect, and I know what's tolerated and what's not.
Changes in things change.
The person, it's the individual. You set the tone. And the fact that she said, "I didn't say that to you," after getting sucker punched, told me everything I needed to know about her.
Oh, because she was being nice to the kids.
No, she was being taken advantage of.
What you're saying is she had to set boundaries with somebody who boundaries weren't going to work. But forget all that. The epitome is that you make these assumptions in situations that you ain't been in 40 years, which is crazy to me. And these people and teachers are telling people. Well, we're good. We had a good.
I'm saying somebody got to have that optimism. It's like when a new police chief takes over in a city, and everything's been going wrong for a year. You need somebody to come in and be like, "I could change it. I could clean it up." Even in the country, we need some politician to be like, "You know what? I know what Trump is doing. You need that too, though. You do need everybody to be like, how are you going to change it? It ain't been changed. Somebody has to believe that they can do it, even though that's not what is most likely to happen. So I appreciate the optimism, if nothing else. I don't know how I feel.
I don't have a problem saying this student ain't coming back in my classroom. If they got to get expelled, that's between you and your parents. You should have thought that for your action. I don't have a problem with kicking kids out and getting to the principal to say this person is not conducive to my environment and what I got learning. He's distraction to. I don't have a problem.
They told me that. They say disrupting the learning environment.
Yes, you are. Yep, you're not supporting a distraction-free environment.
And you're good until the teachers union says, you know what, they ain't nowhere else to go. This is the last class. So that person's staying.
Yeah, the third or fourth school. But then they got bars usually. And usually, they teach us the restraints. They got tasers in those buildings. They try to get me in one of them last resort joints.
Jamal, I've had to have students removed from my classroom on day one. It's not a fantasy scenario. This is reality. It happens every day. These children are volatile and it could go down on the first day.
But she did remove them. But the truth is,
Jay knows.
She did remove them though.
She didn't get sucker punched. If she let it build up,
she didn't get punched because she
probably. If you let it build up.
That is. You let people disrespect you, it only get worse.
You do know that kid goes to another classroom after that, right? They switch him to another classroom.
But I'm just saying, we do know.
And then they switch him to another classroom.
And then you get away with this. Now you're going to push the envelope. Now
when they switch him to the next classroom and to the next classroom,
next school, they kick you out of school eventually.
Then another teacher had to deal with this. If she told him to sit down or take off the headphones, and he passed out and told him to get out with a firm voice, the student feels disrespected. So now he is beating her up. Come on now, Jay Black.
No,
I don't know.
And it's a way you talk to people.
He knows. He knows.
I'm
He
talking about, yo, take your hit. It's how you talk too. Respect is due. Even though they kids, they deserve respect. It's all about communication to me.
A man just sucker punch somebody on a public transportation just last night on the news for no reason. They didn't know each other. They saw the video, but it don't happen in school.
No, that does happen though. Yes, people do attack strangers.
I just saw the video of the white girl getting stabbed. She put her earbuds on and the guy snapped.
With no provocation. Didn't do anything. It happens every day.
That's family. Tosh, that's family. So that means that she's damn this J thing, Jamal. Like, let me say, yeah, I still go there. No, it's all good.
All right, we got let me which one do I want to play for? It has so much. All right, let me just do a lighthearted one.
I see my ratchet ones for tomorrow or something.
This is the stupid dummy, and y'all ain't gotta go at Dr. Aaron Smith because I'm gonna
you got somebody else. You got give me somebody else for him to go at. Somebody can stand in for me. Take some of them blows.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Michael Sean and Jay Black, I need you to tell me who is the stupid dummy of the day.
Yeah.
And here's the clip, and we'll wrap up on this. This is
The gallon.
I just feel like as a man, like carrying around a gallon of water, that's so attention seeking. That's like almost as attention seeking as like being left-handed. Like there's so many, like I get it, you need to drink a gallon of water every single day, but like literally just pour the gallon into a bottle. Like just pour it into a bottle.
Carrying a gallon of water as a man is embarrassing. But she understands that you need to drink a gallon of water a day. So her recommendation is that you take the gallon of water that you're carrying around and pour it into a bottle that holds a gallon of water and carry that around. Okay, got it. When some people start off a sentence and they say, I feel like, just know they're about to say some dumbass shit. Before she hit post on that video, did she not rewatch it and say, maybe it doesn't make any sense?
All right, let me just hear the dummy one more time.
Is that you take the gallon?
I feel like as a man, like carrying around a gallon of water, that's so attention seeking. That's like almost as attention seeking as like being left-handed.
She said it's almost as attention seeking as being left-handed.
You know the Cam Newton chick said that though, right? I feel like, and that was my critique of her. I'm so glad you played that. I said when she said I feel like, I said, he said when somebody says that, you know some dumb is coming after it.
She's definitely a stupid dummy. And then I want to just I just want to on another stupid dummy. I just want y'all to hear
I feel like
Speaker Mike Johnson try to explain and walk back him calling Donald Trump an FBI informant.
Oh, yeah, he's working with FBI. That's
young Thug got nothing on with Donald Trump.
Johnson, one of the most powerful Republicans in Washington, made an audacious claim. He said that Donald Trump cares so deeply about the women who were abused and harmed by Jeffrey Epstein that Donald Trump was, wait for it, and sit down if you're not, was actually an FBI informant.
When he first heard the rumor, he kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago. He was an FBI informant to try to take this stuff down.
He said that. Republican Thomas Massie, who's leading a bipartisan push to release all the Epstein files alongside his colleague, a Democrat, Congressman Ro Khanna, had this to say about Republican Speaker Mike Johnson's comment.
The lawyers for the victim said that Donald Trump had been helpful in 2009 in their case by giving them information, but being an informant implies some formal connection and ongoing relationship with the FBI. I don't know what that's all about. I think the speaker needs to clarify that. And if it's a hoax, why was Donald Trump an informant to a hoax?
Yeah, why? So, again, these are all Republicans. This is Republican Thomas Massie with the $64 million question. Why was he an informant to a hoax? So Mike Johnson, getting caught with his sycophant hat on, did go ahead and clean it up. He backed off his claim that Donald Trump was an informant in the Epstein investigation. Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, told reporters this today, quote, "Oh, I don't know if I used the right word." Speaker of the House, guys. I said FBI informant. I'm not sure. I wasn't there. This isn't my lane. I'm just repeating what is common knowledge and what has been out in the public for a long time.
He said,
Yo,
I'm
I thought
just
she wasn't reading.
repeating. I'm
I thought
just
she was just talking.
repeating.
She was reading what he said. That
She
the
was
quote?
reading. He
And
said, I'm just repeating what was common knowledge.
This isn't my lane. He said, "This isn't my lane."
This isn't my lane.
Speaker of the House.
But
To be speaking as Speaker of the House.
yeah, and that's what she said at the end. The Speaker of the House said, this isn't my lane. My other thing is, when was it public knowledge that Donald Trump was a FBI informant?
Well, between working with the Russians and getting all that money and working with the mafia, if you saw that movie Apprentice, they talk about all this stuff that dealt with organized crime in New York back in those days. If you're in real estate, you had to be involved with organized crime. So the fact that he's been able to work with Russian mobsters and oligarchs and Italian mobsters in New York and all these people, and he never gets in trouble, usually that means, and you're best friends with the most notorious child predator and rapist of probably all times for 10 to 15 years, and you got no trouble. Like somebody got told on at some point. Somebody cooperated with somebody.
So what you're telling me is that what Dr. Smith said, and to top it off, that y'all all knew he was an informant then.
Yeah, that's my take on it is Mike Johnson has more access to the files than we do. So he's heard and seen some things that we didn't. So I'm not going to jump to the conclusion of, oh, he's not right. I'm going to say he said too much. And he said it confidently. He said to take the whole thing down. Take the stuff down.
Speaker of the House.
So yeah,
make stuff up. Yeah, and
I honestly, he would have been better off not clearing it up because he just made it even more unclear.
Mm-hmm.
He made it more unclear.
He had a rough day yesterday. Trump had the signatures, the checks, the
and I wanted to get those signatures in, but listen, there's been a great show.
Well, everybody know that's his signature. You ain't got to take it. Everybody know he signed that paper. Nobody believes him at this point.
Asha Boo, happy birthday.
Asha still mad at me. She going over about the teacher stuff. My bad, Asha. I know you was a teacher. You dealt with it. No, she was still going on and on and on and on. Shit.
How did it build up? It was the first day. This happened before lunch. I'm still giving out syllabuses.
Yeah.
I've worked in education from 1995. Not only do children behave the way I taught adult education, and things would pop off with adults who should be able to control themselves, but they didn't.
So she had a rough. She was a teacher. She was out there. But
don't worry about it. Jay said he got it. Jay said he know how to walk.
If you need help with the classroom, I'll come in to be a sub for a day and show you how to set stuff up. Especially the first day of school. That first week of school is the most critical. Yes, that's the most critical. That first week.
He knows
for the year. Don't
go get him. He knows.
Don't go soft. You got to go and be consistent. Don't be wavering. Be consistently consistent. Mike must be off today because you went a little overtime. You went a little extra today, Mike. She said,
no, I gotta go. I wanted to get everything in. I spent a lot of time putting this together. Any other time? No, I do gotta go because now I brought my shirt down here. I gotta throw my shirt on and go right to work. Listen, people. Asha, happy birthday. Stacey, we got you tomorrow. Everybody be safe. We had a great show. Thank you for all the comments. Thanks for the debate. Lady Q woke up inspired. Get the merch, get the t-shirts, get the hoodies, get everything like that. And we will talk to you.
Read a book, people.
And read the what?
Read a book. It's something about read a book. Something's going on.
Oh, read a book. Read a book. Do you? I need to read.
I was about to say, Shani got the book. You said Shani Scott. Remember you plugged the book.
I gotta plug that up again.
We got it. We ordered it.
I'm saying they can get that. So people saying read a book. That's a book they could read.
All right, let me for who I am. Not who you want me to be because I can never be that. I understand there's only one thing in life that's guaranteed. It will end. So enjoy every minute, every second. You fight for everything in your life. Fight for your happiness. Never let anyone, anything, or any circumstance take it from you. From Michael Sean, Jay Black, Fearless, Kamari, Armani, Sexy Mo, C Chung, and the entire crew. Woke Up Inspired. Obviously, we are gone.
Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in.